So, I guess we are live.
Let's see how late we are. 12 minutes late. That's like normal by YouTube standards.
Yeah, man, that ain't bad at all. I can live with that all night long.
Let me see if I can pull up
That's
your
what I'm
channel.
trying to do right now here. What the fuck is this? I want to see if it says if we're live. Because I can't see people's comments.
Yeah, we got a couple people in here. William Logan and Junk.
William
and
Logan.
Graphics.
Client graphics. All right, let me get let me stop being such an ass here and there we go. We're watching.
Look at the side chick.
Yeah, did you see my shirt, by the way?
Nice.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Man, I was trying to find my I have an actual Brad's Workbench shirt. I figured, shit, I should wear that. Perfect timing, and I can't find
it. That'd be fucking awesome, man. Does it have your little sticker on it?
Yeah. The guy that makes them for me, Rasta B TV, he threw in a shirt with my first order. I didn't even ask him to; he just did it. So,
did you order more stickers from him after that first order?
Say it again.
Did you order more stickers after the first one?
Yeah, I've ordered two sets because the first set, oh man, I think I just spent like $20 with them, and it was like, I don't know, 30 or 40 stickers.
Pretty happy with it?
Yeah, they're not too bad. They're not super thick, but they're not terrible quality.
And I see you have an Acme Tools hat on there. Where'd you get that?
That was a giveaway win, man. Jimbo Slice on Instagram had a giveaway, and I won a little Dremel cleaner thingy. I don't know what it really does. I haven't even taken it out of the package yet,
but you wear the hat.
I like the hat. That was the best part of it all, man.
I've just started noticing this Acme Tools through that VCG channel. I didn't know they existed.
Yeah, I've never actually ordered anything from them. But
seems expensive.
Yeah, I think unless you're going to get a large order, I think to me Amazon's the way to go because I'm an Amazon Prime member.
And you got affiliate links, right?
Yeah, but dude, I don't know how, but Amazon knows everybody that's related to you because I think that's why they kicked me out the first time. Because, like, if my mom orders shit through my affiliate link, it doesn't count.
Really?
Yeah. Tell me how they know that. We live in different zip codes. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think they know everything. Now, I just want to say what's up. If it's not broke, Dave, Client Graphics, Drum from Work, 410 Auto Tech, Jared Milky Way, William Logan, Captain Dirty Ron.
Hey, we need to ban Milky Way. He's not allowed in the chat.
Why is that?
Because he's going to talk shit to me the whole time, man. That dude never gives me a minute to breathe.
Well, we'll see how it goes, right?
Nah, I'm just messing around.
Is he the one that gives you the automatic thumbs down when you put your videos out?
It probably is his ass. I wouldn't doubt it, man.
I have noticed on your last few videos, because I've caught them pretty early, like 4 views in, and there's always like an automatic thumbs down.
Oh, dude, before the length of the video, you know, if my video is 5 minutes long, as soon as I put it up in 2 minutes, there's 2 thumbs down. So there's just people that don't like you, and that's normal with me, honestly. Either you love me or you hate me type deal.
Yeah, well, you tell it how it is. That's kind of the approach I take too in life.
Yeah.
Don't bullshit anyone.
And yeah, the thumbs up or thumbs down, just like if it's not broken, says it really doesn't matter at all.
No, it doesn't matter. It just like, it is kind of funny because like it's there, you can do it, but I find it weird that people even are like, oh my God, this guy's video, it pissed me off so bad. The only thing I could do is thumbs down it. There's no other option here.
Well, that's the thing. If anything, it helps you because it just draws controversy to your video and shit.
Hey, man, was it bad publicity is good publicity?
I guess. A lot of people go off of that shit.
Yeah, it still counts as a view. That is true. Anyways, I'm going to give, because Brad was kind enough to come over onto my channel, and he brought actually a bunch of subscribers, new subscribers to me, which is awesome. Thank you very much. I hit 150 subscribers, so I'm going to pull the name that wins the Work Pro pick set here.
So what if I win it?
Well, you gotta like direct my hand here. You see any names? Oh man! And by the way, man, there's like 20 more people that entered their names. So let me see here. Oh gosh, it is not you, but it is Old Car Auto Guy, another Canadian.
Man, you're doing all that shipping over the border, ain't you?
Well, you know, it wasn't too bad. I sent a couple drills up to Junk, and you know, yeah, it was a little expensive, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Probably worse for him actually having to pay to accept it.
He has to accept it?
Yeah, I think he actually paid more money out of his pocket than I did mine sending it up. And
I understand if you're going overseas or something, but shit, man. We're pretty much the same place.
Yeah, it's Canada. It's just up above us, right?
Yeah, just our northern brothers.
That's right.
And hey, Broken, that's fine, man. I go in streaks where I watch everybody's videos and then I don't watch any. So
yeah, man. We both have younger families, and
I actually get on YouTube more when I'm out on the road working than when I'm here at home.
there's a ton of good channels out there too. That's the harder thing, is the more and more I dig into this, like, I did not realize there's so many small channels out there that are freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, and you just stumble across them too, you know, or somebody mentions them, like you and Junk doing y'all shout outs. You know, I at least go check out almost every video or every channel y'all shout out just to see. I'm not saying I subscribe to all of them, but you know.
No, and you don't have to, but maybe just like point it in the right. It's hard to keep up though.
Yeah.
All right, so I got some hard-hitting questions for you there, Brad.
I pass.
Oh, okay. Are we done then?
All I got to do is like flick my Ethernet cable and we'll be done.
How about we chug a beer?
Okay.
How many pots of coffee have you had today?
I don't drink that much coffee when I'm home, actually. I drink one big cup in the morning, and I just put one on.
Before you go to bed?
Well, I just put this one on because it's a special occasion.
Can you show that cup again?
My nice little. This is my little cup.
I mean, that's like I fucking mean business.
That's my little 24-ouncer, man.
There's a bigger one?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, first of all, I know there's a lot of people here that are familiar with your channel. This show is more about later down the line people that stumble across it. So I want to ask you first, why did you start a YouTube channel?
100%, and you'll hear it on almost every one of my first videos. I started a YouTube channel to get tools I couldn't afford to buy. That is plain and simple why I started my YouTube channel.
And those first videos, what were they called?
Oh man, my tough tool review days.
Yeah, man, you have to bring that back. The tough. I've actually been watching them. I could, because I gotta catch up here, and I really enjoy them. I mean, they're honest. They're Like your first video was I don't care what you think about me. Here's a tool. Here's my thoughts, and that's it.
Yeah. Are you saying my videos aren't that way anymore?
Uh, no, I mean you're pretty consistent across the board. You do different stuff now a little bit.
Yeah. Now I actually want to get back into the tool reviews more because I don't enjoy the build videos as much as I thought I would. I mean, I'm not an expert craftsman. You're not gonna, learn how to be an artist from me. I just enjoy making shit, But the build videos are a pain in the ass to film. They kind of take the fun out of what I'm doing, and so I think my channel's gonna slowly drift back to more tool reviews than the builds.
Do you have like any thoughts on a couple new brands or something that you want to get out there?
Oh, dude, I've got so many damn tools that I've still got to. Well, see, here's my thing: is I've got tools that I've had sent to me. I've had for like 6 months. I just haven't used them yet, and I'm not going to review a tool until I've used them.
Right.
And most of the companies understand that. Most don't really mind. They're not paying me anything. I wish they was. So I've got to get through my obligations to them. I still need to, like, I got 2 dado stacks I've got to review. Some Capri clamps that are pretty badass, by the way.
That's a good company, Capri.
Yeah, and I I talked to them when I was probably around 700 subs, and they told me that they don't send out products for YouTubers to review, which I know was complete bullshit. Because I talked to Knox and MD Lee in them, and I knew they got shit sent to them. But then I saw they made these welding clamps, and I said, hell, let me try again. And I guess this was probably 3 or 4 months ago. I was probably just under 2,000, and all of a sudden they sent them to me. So
I was actually discussing with Junk from work. Like he wants, companies to send him tools maybe to test out, but he takes them apart and can't get them back together. So I don't know. Like if
that
they
might
watch
be frowned upon.
It might be like he just like takes it a step too far here and there, and their tools don't get the full review.
Yeah.
Or he's very smart and does that, but then puts it together and uses the shit out of it for the next 10 years.
Well, that's the thing, is just don't tell the company you're going to take it apart.
It's hard. I don't know. I haven't really obviously I have a small channel, so a lot of the tools I review are ones that I've just been using. I haven't reached out to any companies yet.
Yeah, and people always ask, what's my secret? How do you get these free tools and still be a small channel? And my big secret has always been, I just ask.
Have you?
Yeah, that's all I do. I've had maybe 2 tools sent to me I didn't ask for.
Have you reviewed those?
No, because they're Chinese pieces of junk. Actually, one I told them I was going to send it back if they didn't leave me alone because they were hassling me to review it. But
that's awesome, man.
The Chinese company, I don't think I'll ever accept another Chinese. I don't mind the Chinese made product, but the Chinese companies, dude, they act like you should be sucking on their toes and shit because they sent you a damn a diamond blade. I have one up there.
We
got some heavy hitters in the chat, by the way, if you haven't noticed.
Audubon Dan, we got Rust Belt.
We got Junk from Work's girlfriend up in this chat.
Justin Dow, who he is a good dude, man. Same with Rust Belt. Like, they have bigger channels and they're real down to earth guys. And
Yakin's in here too. Yakin's my boy, man.
I went into one of his live streams not too long ago, but I went in midstream and I was just a little out of it.
Yeah, and Dow, I actually just spent the gift card that Dow sent me from Harbor Freight. I won it on his live stream, and that's an awesome thing. I'd like to be able to start doing something like that, and I might one day. But basically, Justin Dow bought me a set of shallow impact socket set from Harbor Freight.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
See how that works out?
Yeah.
Actually, you do some good reviews on Harbor Freight stuff, and
That's my bread and butter, man. That's honestly what has brought in the most views is Harbor Freight stuff. And I guess it's because people are so nervous before they buy anything from Harbor Freight.
now when did you start reviewing Harbor Freight tools?
I have no idea. I think it was maybe my second video I went in there. I needed a good amount of tools for a side job, electrical I was doing, because all my electrical tools were at work. And so I just went into Harbor Freight and spent like Harbor Freight spent like $100 and I was set.
You got the Quins, right?
The Quins and the Doyles, and that's kind of what started the Harbor Freight reviews. I think I've reviewed them damn pliers 2 or 3 times already, and I'm about to do a 1-year update because they've held up damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been shocked.
I think I actually revealed this on my last live stream, but I've never been into a Harbor Freight yet. I don't
What?
really, I really don't have one that's like super close to me. But I mean, there's also like you and like, well, basically you and the Den of Tools have been reviewing them for a while, and a lot of other channels too. But like, you're the first two I found, and they make good stuff, hit or miss, but you know.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's hit or miss, and there's as far as homeowner quality, which is basically what my channel's about, is DIY type homeowner. There's so much stuff there that can get you by, and then you buy something for one job, and then everything else is bonus after that. And then there's other stuff that even pros like. I think even Dow says that he likes the Harbor Freight impact sockets. I mean, those are known to be some good shit, but you never know until you buy it. And I think that's why people like to watch the reviews about it.
Yeah, you don't know until you buy it, and it's great because like, what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking there?
Right now, uh, it's an oil field company, but it's small, and it's not a drilling rig. We treat water for frac sites, and so I signed on as an operator, which is what I used to do, because I worked for him for 4 years, and then 2015 came, oil crashed, and I just went back to him about a year ago. Uh, and I went back to work as an operator, but found that I like the maintenance side of things a lot better now because I get bored out there as an operator. Hell, we chat all the time when I was sitting on a unit. I make dancing videos and shit, and then I actually had a 20-year-old girl show me how to weld, basically, that worked there. And she basically, I watched her lay 3 or 4 beads down. She handed me the little MIG gun, and I became a welder for the company. I stick metal together, and I can grind it out to where it looks decent. So it just kind of depends where they need me at right now.
So you're kind of, are you getting into welding right now?
Yeah. I got the little Harbor Freight Flex Core welder, and I love it. For being at home and just wanting to play around with shit and, not invest a ton of money, I don't think you can beat it.
Now the reason why I asked what you do for a living is also like, do you take Harbor Freights into work because you're like, wow, man, this stuff's held up so good, into work it goes, let's see what else it could do?
Normally, if I plan on reviewing the tool from Harbor Freight, like the Doyles and the Quins, I took them straight to work just to see how they were going to hold up. And since they have held up, I keep using them. I've got Klein needle nose and stuff here at the house, but I'm still using my Quinn out there at the job for 2 reasons. One, if it happens to oil field's muddy, dirty work, even on the water treatment side of things. I'm not gonna hunt down if somebody happens to take them, And if they get dropped in the mud or forgotten and messed up, no big deal, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and the quality's gone up too on a lot of this stuff. Like, you know, not to bash Klein or anything, but I haven't really used anything of theirs that was like, wow, this is so superior.
Well, and I agree with you. Klein makes damn good tools.
Solid.
But they don't make them at their price range. I think they're about $10 to $15 overpriced on everything they sell.
Yeah, like I actually I'm gonna review them, but I bought the commercial electric 3-piece 1,000-volt rated screwdrivers.
Yeah.
They're $15, $14.99. Milwaukee makes a set.
I got them.
3 screwdrivers for $20.99, which, actually I think it's $19.99, which you can't beat that. I mean, they are solid. I see a ton of electricians, but I wanted, is there a difference between the $5? What are those differences?
I've got a Klein set and I've got the Milwaukee set, and the Klein set is definitely built more solid. But the reason I got the Milwaukee set was for 2 reasons. I couldn't afford the Kleins at the time. And the Milwaukee set, the big reason, the Milwaukee was the first one to come out with the ECX bit, which is the square and the flat combined.
Yeah.
I think Klein has one now, but at the time, they were the only ones putting it out. And that's an awesome bit if you're doing receptacles and shit like that.
I will say, this would kind of, I think you and like guys like Junk from Work who fell asleep, we probably like Milwaukee tools, but we don't like them how people can use them as sex props in bed.
Yeah, I'd say that.
So
I use Milwaukee all the time at work, but I've yet to review a Milwaukee power tool because I really don't want the fanboys here on
it. Yeah. I think the only one I've really done, I think, is the vacuum, the cordless vacuum versus the Ryobi. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, because I just don't.
Have you got any good comments on that? I figured the red fanboys would tear you up for
no. Well, I'm a small channel, so like maybe in a year or two. But the only comment I got was on the Ryobi. There's not like a blowout port. There's like and the one guy's like, well, the directions were on the bottom. You didn't read them. It tells you how to do it. And I'm like, all right, well, like there's just one inlet port, unless if there's some adapter, which pretty much renders that useless. So, I mean, I get it, but surprisingly, I also made a video that says Ryobi sucks. And I got only one thumbs down. So like people actually watched it because it was actually talking positively about Ryobi.
Yeah, I'm trying to play the old clickbait game. Huh?
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just pissed from some guy who made another video.
Well, I'll tell you how you get a viral video. Is you just make the title and the thumbnail say 99% of people, and then whatever the hell you want to say.
I think you have to have Rust Belt mechanic numbers or Justin Dow subscriber numbers.
Okay, I got to address something real quick.
Yeah, for it, brother.
Joe Smith.
He's the man.
Yes, I love Joe Smith. Joe Smith's the shit. That's Brad's Workbench. Joe Smith pictured him as an 80-year-old guy.
What?
You wouldn't believe how many people I got commenting the same shit on my first live stream where I showed my face, basically. And I don't know why. Why am I this old man?
I think it's because of that southern draw.
Well, I don't know how to get rid of that.
Yeah, you can't really. It's just
we have young people in the South too, guys.
Well, I mean, Joe Smith is from Arkansas, I think. So,
he's got to be from the South. I saw him riding his lawnmower on the freeway. So.
And he shoots guns too from the freeway. Well, so basically, I'm gonna say it. You've what 2,300 subscribers,
I don't. Yeah, something.
and how long have you been doing this?
Just over a year, I think. Maybe right at it. No, year and a half, maybe somewhere in there.
So, because that's, now that I've been doing it for like a year and got nowhere, um, it's fucking awesome. First of all,
It's not bad. There's channels that do better. There's channels that do worse. You know, I just kind of I didn't expect it. I'll tell you that damn much.
yeah, I'm, like even my wife now, like I'm like I have 150 subscribers. 3 weeks ago, I had like 60.
Yeah.
So, um, and it's hard, man.
99% of people don't drink Surge. Surge is a shit, Dan.
Yeah, I don't have an empty bottle. Damn, I fucked up. Do you have Surge where you are?
Oh man, at a gas station, no. I haven't seen Surge since I was watching Doug on Nickelodeon or some shit. Man.
Weren't the commercials like some guys like Surge?
I have no idea.
I'm
probably gonna have to YouTube them now.
I'm pretty sure that was like the first like fuck you up energy drink kind of thing.
Bearded CB's in the house, man. Surge. If they don't drink it, it's because they are a millennial. We're millennials, CB.
Yeah, I'm a millennial.
I don't agree with that though, man. Millennials to me are 30 and under right now. We're right on that.
No, we aren't. Actually, my brother. See, I fuck with him because he could be Gen Y or whatever, but he's born 81, but he's a millennial. That's the earliest.
81?
Yeah.
Well, that would be my sister too. I think she was 82.
But I mean, you and I, in terms of mentality, ain't. But you have to understand the people that are complaining about millennials are actually complaining about the generation after millennials. They just don't realize it.
Every generation is worse than the generation before them.
It just goes on, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
somehow we all survive, you know.
It just, yeah, and like somehow it gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
But
man, that's a channel that you turned me on to, David again. I just started watching his videos, and that dude cracks me up with his little Sawzall review. He was so damn excited about that Sawzall, boy.
He did the serial number, and the last thing is HD, which I think it just stands for like Home Depot. But he's like high demand, and I was cracking up for like 20 minutes, man. Like that dude, he knows how to kill it. I also want to say, Jason Reynolds, what's up, brother? Justin Dow said, you guys are beating yourself up, but we're not. I mean, we understand it's just what it takes to do YouTube, right?
Oh yeah, and all it takes is one video to do it for a living. You know
that or my take on it is the right set of eyes. Like
it's that algorithm, man. It all depends on if you happen to hit the magical formula and YouTube promotes your video. That's really what it comes down to.
So
and you can't be a total asshole.
Well, then how are you still on here?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because you're a good guy, but so like I have 150 subscribers, but I think the last live I did is already at 82 views, and then the one before that was at like 100 and some. So like per subscriber per views, that's not too bad, I don't think.
No.
I'm like
I mean, some of my videos only get 300 or 400 views sometimes, and I've got 2,000 subscribers. So,
do you delete those to?
No,
you just leave them up.
Yeah.
So I've heard some channels will delete them to change their algorithm or whatever, but
I've deleted one video because for some reason it uploaded, and the highest pixel was 240p, And I got so tired of the same fucking comment. Oh, it's 2020 or 2019, not 2010. And like, Jesus Christ, fuckers.
Did you see my first 2 live streams with um, junk from work?
No, I don't think I did.
My computer really didn't even do anything.
Oh wait, yes.
So like I just wasn't there, but my voice was in the spirit. But then people fucking showed up for the one where my face finally appeared.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last live stream I tried to do, I did delete it because it was like I would go live for 2 minutes and then I would just lose signal and it cut out. And I think I tried 3 times and I finally gave up. But other than that, man, to me, you're going to have some videos that do good. You're going to have some videos that don't. I don't make videos for people necessarily. I make them because it's something I want to make or a product that I want to review. So they're out there for the world. Take it or leave it type thing,
Yeah. I mean, I will say this, man. I enjoy it a lot. And I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it.
Well, yeah. It ain't because we're making money off of it.
No. And it's hard work, man. It is. It's like, you have to have a thought process. You have to plan everything out. And like, I think a lot of people try to jump into it and get impatient and quit, which is great the way YouTube made it. They made it pretty damn hard. They definitely tightened up everything.
So let me ask you, why did you start a YouTube channel?
I was, there's a couple of good tool review companies, and I thought I was interesting enough. And the other weird thing is I'm like a maintenance guy, DIYer. So I kind of wanted to, like, if, I don't know if my kids will ever see this or watch this or whatever, but, as a human being, don't you kind of, like, a little part of you kind of wants to leave a slight bit of, like, a legacy or something?
Yeah, I get that.
So, it's something they don't be afraid to put yourself out there and share your thoughts.
Definitely. I don't think I told even my parents that I had a YouTube channel until I was over 1,000.
I hit 100, and I told my dad, and he doesn't know what YouTube is still, though.
Yeah.
He just goes, "Good job."
Well, what's funny too is since we live in this small ass hick town, our physical address doesn't exist. So when some of these tool companies want to send me tools, I have to send them to my in-laws. So we weren't telling my in-laws at all that I did YouTube because you never know what I'm going to say. And we're not going to go down that road, but they just started having all this shit show up at their house. So finally we had to tell them. That way they didn't think I was just going crazy buying a bunch of shit. But a lot of people, you tell them you do YouTube, I hate that look you get. You get a weird look all the time. At least I do.
I really haven't told anyone. Like, I've been pretty solo in my adventure. My wife knows. And, my kids are like, my daughter tonight wanted me to do her bedtime, but that would fucking take an hour and a half. So I was like, I was like, I can't do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. She's like, you make one of your videos? You always make your videos. I'm like, you'll understand one day why I'm doing it. But
yeah.
that part sucks. It's hard, but, it is what it is.
Hey, I got to move my fan around. I'm starting to sweat. And I don't like to do that after dark.
I'm going to catch up with the chats here. I apologize, too, by the way. David again. My most watched video is Makita and kids. Why does that disturb me? Probably because your kids are involved, but, I mean, I don't think it's the kid. I think it's just purely the Makita. What's up, Everyday Fleet Tech? Thank you for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it. Let me see who else is here. Jason Reynolds is a good guy. William Logan, everybody here. Justin Dow. 410. By the way, you gotta call him 410. Rust Belt too. By the way, I appreciate you stopping in. It's very nice of you. We got Bearded Yak, and I just shoot my videos freestyle and a thought process, just like an old wrestling. And that's why I was kind of like confused when I hopped in on the live stream with Bearded Yakin, but I still had a fun time.
Oh, Yakin's a shit, man.
Yeah, man. He's just there, like, you know. I didn't know what they were talking about, but I was just sitting there fucking laughing. So I gave it a thumbs up. I enjoyed my time in there. I didn't contribute as much as I'd like to, but it was a fun time.
I think
Well worth
Yakin
it.
had one of the best live streams I've ever been a part of in my history of YouTube. And he got a flashlight from GearBest or some company sent him a flashlight to check out. We were all just coming up with ways to destroy this flashlight. And he was doing a couple of them. He was supposed to hit it with a steamroller or something, I think. But whatever happened with that Yakin? Where's the steamroller at?
Kenneth, thank you for showing up, brother. Same with this Tools and Bagels, Dan McKevitz.
You know Dan?
Well, I just found out about him a couple days ago because of you.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. He's up in PA too.
Is he?
Yeah, I think around the Philly area though.
Oh, one of them Philly boys. That's all right. Nothing against him. No, but he's a good dude. He went on with my videos and said, Brad sent me and you're stuck with me now. So, and then
Yeah.
I watched his video of he had a toolbox that he might bring back to life, and
Yeah. I think I've been trying to tell the dude to make more videos, but he says he will, and then he doesn't, then he's quitting YouTube, then he's not quitting YouTube.
well, he fucking told me straight up. I left a comment. I'm like, I can't wait to see his fucking project done. He's like, don't get too excited. It may never happen. I was like, all right, I'm not going to push you, but all right, so these tough tool reviews, what kind of tools are you going to bring into them? That's fucking serious, man. Like, what are you going to up to?
Oh man, let me think. My next review is going to be the dado stacks. I got to get those out. Then the Capri clamps. Got to get that out. Then I want to do a 1-year update of the dual and quitting pliers that I've reviewed so many times. And the best ratchet you've never heard of, the Steelman Pro Cobra ratchet.
Whoa.
I know you never heard of it, have you?
I will say, have you been to Client Graphics channel?
Yeah, a few times.
I don't know if he's here, but I mean, he's the king of ratchet porn.
Porn.
That's
a real thing, right?
Is it? Well,
Yeah.
he put out a video today on the chrome of a Duralast, and put up again, and like my dick was hard, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw like the first 2 seconds of that, and I can't remember what got brought up, but I couldn't finish watching it. I still got to catch up with it.
All right, so what's this brand again? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Just hold on. Let me show you.
All right, yeah, let me see this. And I do hope Client Graphics is watching. Joe Smith, can you in a few minutes here send another shout out? Dura, crap. I hear a lot of people like this Dura stuff.
All right. I know there's people in the chat that know about this ratchet. And Cat Loco is actually where I got this ratchet from, because I won it off of his channel.
Oh, I actually saw that video.
They don't make this ratchet anymore, which is a damn shame. And I actually emailed Steel & Pro and said why. And I can't remember what it was exactly, but they didn't say it was a... everybody I heard from said that Knipex sued them because of the Cobra name.
Really?
That's what the word on the street was. Steel & Pro never verified this because I straight out asked him that. Because I said, this is an awesome ratchet. Why don't you make it? Because it's a ratchet that has this little lock here. So you're not going to break it.
Right.
But
yeah, I remember the video.
You take it down once and you can flex it and you can lock it as well in the flex mode. I mean, it's just a fucking beast, dude.
It is fucking beefy, man. You are, you're what, 6'7"?
6'3".
6'3", 220, 250.
Yeah, 250, 260, depending on milk and cookies.
And yeah, I mean that ratchet, man, looks fucking beefy in your hands.
It is. I mean, I take this out into the oil field with me. Now, granted, I don't pull it out very often because I love this fucker. But that's the conundrum I always have too. Is you buy an expensive tool or you get an expensive tool.
You gotta use it. You
don't want to use it.
You gotta use it.
Man.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Things, man.
Yeah, I hear you on that, but like, yeah, when you spend the money and you know, if it doesn't last, then you gotta call them out on that shit, right?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Antonio says he's 6'3", 267. Brad, what's your milk and cookies got your way that motherfucker?
257. Antonio got me.
All right, I think that might be a future boxing matchup.
Yeah.
Spar.
Dude, I'd last about a minute and a half. I haven't been in a fight since I was probably 24 years old. I'm too out of shape. That's the bad thing, man. If a fight lasts more than 15, 20 seconds, I'm out.
Yeah, man, I hear you. Hey, all right, BSS Small Engines, what's up? Jordan Woodworking. Well, there's a lot of people in here, man.
Apparently, we got the biggest motherfuckers on YouTube as well. 6'1", 6'4". Where's all the 5'9" guys that are really out there?
You mean like Junk from work? He hops on here, man, for 2 seconds. Like, see ya.
Yeah, right.
But you know, that's all good. He's a tired little kid. That's all right.
He's like 3 hours behind us.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Like,
maybe
I thought out of all my live streams, like, wow, Neil's perfect on my time. He's late on his time, good on your time, and so yeah, dude, look at this 6'4". We got 5'4", 5'8", 5'8".
CB 5'8", I can see that. CB would be that little guy that you think you just manhandle and he'd beat your ass.
Yeah, it's always the little it's like the little just like scrawny guys, but they fucking know how to scrap.
Yeah.
There's like some 6'5" dude that's like, well, I'll fight you, and the kid fucking hits him in the jaw once and he's down. It's like, oh, what happened, man? It's like,
right. I had a little friend that was probably 5'6", 110 pounds soaking wet that could take me down to the ground every time.
Did he wrestle?
He was an ex-Marine.
Well, yeah, all right. That,
But still, he was tiny.
Yeah, everyday Fleet Tech, he's 5'4", 162, and he'd probably beat the shit out of me. Yeah, I mean, he don't. If you're lazy, man, at work, he's gonna blow his voice out yelling at you.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's like, would you stop being so stupid at work so I don't lose my voice?
I gave up on that, man. I'm kind of a shop Nazi because, dude, our shop is a fucking wreck at work. When I'm not there, the 2 weeks I'm gone, it's just a fucking disaster.
And you come in, you probably take like a full 2 days to just clean it up.
Pretty much. And so after I clean it, I want it to stay clean, but I've given up. I get tired of pissing off people all the time, so I just kind of let it be a mess. I actually adopted, they have a U.S. General Mechanics cart, the 5-drawer there. So I have a key, I lock that fucker, and I lock away the tools that I don't want to have to look for.
I mean, yeah, I will say, like, you know, I'm by my lonesome self. But I can't complain because the shop now is my mess. Yeah, it gets, every week or so it piles up, but then I clean it up on Friday, do a little Friday job.
Well, see, that's the thing is you look at my shop here at home, and it's a fucking disaster, dude.
I'm looking right now. It looks organized up on the wall.
Yeah. You don't see what's behind the camera. It's just I just piled it all over there.
I was going to say, man, don't like point it down or something.
Yeah, right. But see, that's my mess. And I'm the only one in here. So when I put something down, I know nobody else is going to move it. I know that I have a screwdriver under that pile and under that saw blade and shit. Would I like to be more organized? Yeah, if I had more space. But at work, when, Joe Schmo needs an 1.25-inch wrench and he takes it, doesn't put it back, and I need that 1.25-inch wrench later, that gets on my fucking nerves, man.
Yeah, man.
And what's sad is there's only like 2 people that work for us that make the mess. That's all it takes.
You have a smaller, I'm by myself now, but I had one person, sometimes they borrow tools off of me. And, I take a little bit to, feel them out, see how they'll do. And I'm always disappointed. Like, they always, I don't know if it's because I'm too over paranoid about my tools or if I'm just if they're just that stupid.
Yeah.
So now, every time we hire someone new, I just, I take all my shit and leave it in the truck for a couple of months.
You gotta feel them out first. Huh?
Well, I dislike the guys that will start with me and they'll do a job and then you come back at lunch and you're like, oh man, I used these 4 tools I grabbed out of your bag that was under a bunch of tarps hidden.
Yeah.
But I found it.
You don't mind, do you? No, I didn't hide them for a reason or anything.
Oh man.
See, that's my conundrum. And see, that's another bad thing is because I have a mix of work tools and my own personal tools in my work bag. Because there's just some tools I prefer on my own, but there's other tools that my work provides. Actually, my work technically provides everything I need, which is not always the best quality, or there's just specialized shit that I like to have. And so I get in that conundrum. If somebody asks me to borrow a pair of pliers and they're not my pliers, can I say no? They're not mine. They're the company's.
Ship them off, man.
Yeah.
But I hear you there. Then it's when will they be replaced after they've been fucked up?
So,
I am actually going to take a pee break, but I'm going to ask that the people in the comment section ask you questions to answer.
I think everybody in this in the chat pretty much knows me. Maybe Hassel Tools. I don't think I've seen him too often, but I've heard of him. I'm lucky I work with guys I know keep spare key in case any. I do have a key hidden at work, CB, and I have let a few managers know where my toolbox key is. Because there is emergencies. Mainly what I keep locked up that I don't want people to fuck up is drill bits. Because we have some big 1-inch twist drill bits and shit like that. And we just have guys that have no idea how to drill a damn hole. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I don't know if my phone's charging. Hold on. All right. It says it's charging now. Am I back? As soon as he leaves, my shit fucks up. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, you can hear me still. That's good. I don't know what the fuck I did. It just went on. It warned me that my battery was getting low, and now I see the thing. All right, guys, I'm going to try something. It might kick me off. I don't know. Am I back yet? Dude.
Yeah, I'm back.
No, you left for 2 minutes and I fucked shit up, man.
What'd you do?
I don't know. My phone went to low power mode, and now it's just... Well, it was just my emblem. Maybe it'll be better now.
Yeah, we gotta see that beautiful face of yours there. I can see you.
I know, but I'm looking at the chat, and I'm still an emblem.
Though I will fucking say that you're showing up on my phone that is on YouTube, but you're not showing up on my computer.
Well, now you just confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, like you're up on YouTube. Right? Say something.
Yeah, they can still hear me on YouTube.
And you can see your YouTube, right?
No, I'm still an emblem.
Yeah, I can fucking see you on my goddamn phone. Alright,
Yeah, Joe Smith just confirmed. Logo only. I don't know.
What do I do now?
I don't know.
Shit, I see your thing here. Present to everyone? You're presenting to everyone.
Hold on. Am I back?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh shit! I must have clicked the button.
Now you're logo on my phone, but you're good on the.
I gotta wait for the delay to be gone. We'll see if I pop my beautiful face back up.
I see that beautiful face there. Is it beard season for you, by the way?
I actually had to shave this last hitch because I had to get fit tested, and so I've got it. Oh, I'm back. I see myself on the YouTube.
On the YouTube. Now, my phone says we got 4 people in the chats, but my eyes say differently.
No, I got 26, Sean.
Really?
Which is more than I've ever had in one of my live streams. So.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's half and half right there, brother. I might be a small channel, but I got some pretty good dudes over here on my side. So do you, man.
No, your live streams are getting known, man. Everybody likes a guy that... I think Yakin was my go-to live stream, and then he quit live streaming. Then I go to Dow, and used to be Hard Knocks Forge and MD Lee would fucking live stream every weekend. I don't know. I still talk to Knox, but I never really got close to MD Lee, so... But I haven't seen him put out a video in a long damn time.
I'll be honest, man. So, like, I kind of started this to see if I was comfortable doing it. But then, like, meeting... Like, first of all, you're the biggest channel I've had on here.
No, didn't you have Dow? Yeah, Dow on here.
No. They... him and Junk from work, they had a little party together, but he did invite me. It didn't work out. Either way, though, this is kind of like a cool thing for me. Like we've been talking, it's been awesome, but like also for people to get to like know the creators of these smaller channels because they're important to YouTube.
Yeah, and a lot of I can tell from some of the comments I get from the trolls, which I don't call everybody with a negative comment a troll. Just not everybody has a positive opinion of me. Actually, the vast majority of people do not, probably. But a lot of people just don't really know who you are, and you can't really expect them to from seeing 10-minute tour reviews, you know. But as far as YouTube and doing this whole thing, when I first started, I thought I would get nothing but negativity. That's what I was used to seeing on the internet. It's just a bunch of assholes and know-it-alls. But shockingly, I've met more good people. I've met people that have helped me than, times 10 the good people compared to the bad.
Yeah.
I mean, just shit with my wheel bearing I had to replace. I think I even talked to you about it. I talked to Bearded CB, walked me through it. JK Canvas helped me out. I mean, because I'm not a mechanic. I definitely don't claim to be. The only mechanical shit I know is shit that I haven't been able to pay somebody else to do because I'm broke as fuck. So, I was pretty nervous about doing a wheel bearing, but you meet these people that have better skill sets than you, and you can do pretty much anything.
Yeah. Justin Dow went live right now. You are correct though. Like, yeah, you meet a lot of good small channels and you get comfortable with them, you talk to them, and then like when you go like a wheel bearing or something, go do something, you have people to talk to, bounce the ideas off of. Fuck. I'm sure there's 5 guys that were like, live stream me, I'll show you what to do. You're good to go.
Yeah. And hold on, Dan McKevitt says that I'm cheating on him. And I even said in my community post that Maintenance Man is my side chick, so.
Oh, fuck, I'm your side chick. I'm Junk from Work's bottom bitch.
Dan's my boy, man. Me and Dan, I think Dan was the first person from YouTube I actually gave my phone number to, and we started actually chit-chatting back and forth, and that was really weird at first for me because, internet people.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Like, yeah, there's like, especially now doing these shows and stuff with the smaller channels. But yeah, like just talk. But everyone's been positive. I'm sure there'll be like a weird guy eventually, but
yeah,
you gotta take those for what they are.
Oh, dude, I get. I think if you go back on my Instagram and look back quite a ways, I usually post if I just get a ridiculous comment or a 100% nasty comment. I usually post it on Instagram. And see, my favorite thing is talking shit back to them because I don't really expect that.
I like to go the gay route where like you just like all the negativity, you just heart it, love it, and you're like, oh yeah, good comment, great info, thank you. I'm so fucking stupid. I couldn't think of that, so I appreciate you commenting.
Yeah, there's a bunch of experts on YouTube, man.
Yeah, well, I think you and I have shared some opinions about Wrangler Star.
Oh God,
He's a little out of touch with reality.
yeah.
Yeah, but like he gets fucking like the smallest comment pisses him right the fuck off.
See, I don't really comment on his shit.
I don't either. I don't
watch many of his videos, and I didn't. I try to take the approach, surprisingly, that if I don't have nothing positive to say, don't say nothing at all. I try to. I don't always do it, but I mean, on shit like that, I'm just like, the dude's a fucking idiot when it comes to tools. I'm not saying he's an idiot in general.
No,
he could be a great dude, but he doesn't know tools like he thinks he does, and it just drives me nuts.
Well, I want to say, first of all, hold on, I gotta go back. Jared Milky Way, I'm drinking Old Milwaukee with that sexy pin up there. Soon to be sponsored by them, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Hey, Fleet Tech sent you a nice little comment there.
I'm trying to catch up. Sorry, boys. I really try and do the interview and this, and it is harder. Joe Smith, hey, at Brad's Workbench. Joe Smith's brother-in-law is 30 today. Can you shout out happy birthday to Mike? Do you see that Joe Smith comment there, Brad? Can you shout that out while I find...
Say it again, Joe Smith. Shit, just put his channel in the description, man. As long as it's tool related, I'll probably check him out.
Everyday Fleet Tech. That is fucking awesome, man. I did see that. Essential
There he
Craftsman
is.
had a great channel. Yeah, there you go. There you
Joe
go, Brad.
Smith's brother-in-law is 30 today. Can you shout out happy birthday to Mike Oxel? Well, happy birthday, Mike Oxel. I'm sure I fucked that name up.
Yeah, that's a weird one, huh? Mike Ox. Oh, Mike Oxel.
Oh, William Logan, Essential Craftsman. I love Essential Craftsman, dude.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He knows his shit, and he's a good dude. At least portrays one.
What's up, Max B? Thanks for coming by, brother. I don't know if you've been here, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I apologize too, because usually the live streams I did in the past, I love talking to people in the chat, but I like bullshitting with you too. So hopefully people are somewhat entertained at least.
Well, that so like I said, I kind of wanted to start a show. Do you know Joe Rogan's podcast on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, not
so
on
like,
YouTube, but I listen to his podcast.
But I watch the videos, and that's kind of like what I wanted to start. But like, and we're tradespeople, so like comedians have like a funny little, uh, you know, their own little community. That's a very uncommon thing. And I think tradespeople on YouTube are kind of uncommon. We probably have a hell of a lot funnier stories because they're actually real.
I just got a notification from Claudio Michael about the Steelman Pro Ratchet. Sorry, he wants this ratchet because I think he was able to get the quarter and 3/8, but he hasn't been able to get the half-inch, and they don't sell it anymore. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna sell it.
I don't know. Tell him like go shoot high, $800 for a ratchet.
There you go, 800.
That is slick though. That the collar makes it a straight, and then you could slip that down, and then you could lock it.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean that fucking. But how can Knipex or Knipex or fucking German shit sue them for Cobra?
I don't know.
Like there's 100 things called Cobra.
I agree, so I don't think that's a legit reason. But I have an email from him, and when I review this ratchet, I'm going to read the email. But I can't remember off the top of my head what exactly it said.
Now, do you have any other tools that you've been using recently that you think have held up that you enjoy?
Well, hold on 1 second. $30.
Oh, and Taylor said I'd give you 180.
I'll give you 100 for this. $3 higher than the retail price. That ain't 180.
That ain't too fucking bad. I mean,
I don't think this even sold for 150 though. He says it's $30 higher than the retail price. And honestly, I think when these first came out, they were pretty damn cheap, like $50 or something for this.
So actually, I watched your video on the who was the channel that had that?
Cat Loco.
Yeah, so like I watched your video, then I went and watched his video to see what the tool was, and then I saw your video of you getting it. I think it was it on a live stream?
If you watched his, it was on a live stream. I won it, and then I think I might have showed it off in a tool haul.
Yeah, okay. That was it.
But here's something you might like. I'm going to put it.
Yes. Yes, show those dirty bastards off.
You are the reason I got these. Well, you and the fact that Struggleville showed a deal on them for $4, I got them for. And like I have a pair, I keep my dual angled ones in my work bag. And usually my work tools stay in my truck. I don't ever bring them in the shop. But I wanted a pair to keep in the shop that were better than what I had. So I've got to say, I've been impressed. I've been pretty impressed by these.
I mean,
the handle shit they got is pretty gimmicky. Have you seen this?
nah, I haven't seen that one.
You can spread eagle the dikes, but they're just in different positions. I don't know. They probably didn't sell worth of shit. That's why they got promo codes on them, or they did. But this is kind of cool to kind of get them in a pistol grip type form.
Yeah, to get that angle.
But for at home, and I'm going to keep these in my work bag just to see how they hold up. I've been very happy with these little Work Pro junk.
Hey, Junk from Work's back.
Dinner time's over.
$4. Yeah. So actually, like getting back to those though, the blades are good though, right? That's the main.
Yeah, they've cut everything I've thrown at them. Now I'm not at the plant anymore. I'm not dealing with huge fucking cable, but
Right.
I still deal with 6 gauge, maybe 1/0 every now and then.
And I'm sure you're kind of like me, like whatever the fucking color is, but the colors aren't too bad on that tool, right?
Yeah, I don't care about the colors.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's not pink.
If it was pink, I'd probably still use it if it was $4.
Well, there you go. You have it.
But yeah, have you started watching Struggleville since I told you about
I
him?
I have. He's awesome.
He cost me a lot of damn money, is what it is. I save a lot of money, but my wife doesn't understand it. She just keeps seeing these Amazon purchases.
Yeah, that's what my wife does. Like, she's like, "You have another box at the door." I'm like, "It's fucking tools, you know. I gotta make a living. That's how you put clothes on our kids."
Yeah, I've slowed down quite a bit on my tool purchases. Now I do want to. I want to increase my sockets and stuff like that. But I'm such a cheap ass. It's hard because I'm like, oh, I can get by with my 3/8 set. I got that size in 3/8. I don't need it in 1/2 inch. And then just the other day, I actually needed a 12-point 1/2 inch drive socket.
12.
The dreaded 12 points.
Is it 12 or 10? Or no, 10 millimeter. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, I'm just because everybody talks shit about 12
points.
sockets.
Yeah, I got you.
But I actually really needed one because the bolt was just so that a 6-point wouldn't lock on it without my breaker bar hitting the ground. And I didn't have the son of a bitch. But I made do. I like 12-point sockets though. Junk from Work. I got to get this off my chest. Anybody that says a 12-point socket rounds off of bolts probably also thinks that guns kill people.
Well, we got junk from Work. We have Audubon Dan, Everyday Fleet Tech, Dano's Toolbox. I don't know if Rust Belt's still in here, but we got a bunch of mechanics, so let's hear those fucking thoughts on that, right?
I'd like to know who hates 12-point sockets, or who thinks 12-point sockets are useless, because they're not my favorite, but I think they definitely have their place.
I gotta say, man, I just grab my drawer and whatever fits, and then I fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that advanced, but
yeah.
I will say, so you have those Work Pros, and I'd like to show these. This was a 3-pack on Amazon. When I got them, they were it's $14.99. I think they're still under $20. They're not insulated or anything, but you have the needle noses there, which they're pretty decent looking, and I've had these over a year. And they've held up. They're in my contractor's bag. The linesmen, which have been like I cut nails with them.
That's what they're intended for.
Yeah, exactly. And I've definitely put them through their paces, and they've held up. And then the dikes too. You could snip. These are my dikes.
You know what I like to start seeing you do more of
What's
is
that?
comparisons. And I always kind of thought comparisons were kind of dumb because every tool's a little different. But you really start seeing the differences when you get two tools, like two pairs of dikes, and you get them right next to each other, and you just sit there for 10, 15 minutes before you film a video, and you start looking at them. And it's I like to see different people's opinions on what they spot and what they don't spot type thing.
I can tell you right now. So like my first linesman pliers were commercial electric, and I bought them 10 years ago, and they've held up. They're still here. They're still kicking. They still fucking cut through screws and stuff. And you know, my honest opinion, these work pros have been just like they have been. They've put up with the abuse and stuff.
I'm not a big fan of commercial electric. I've used their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hit and miss. Like I could honestly only recommend from them the linesman pliers aren't bad.
I've only used when I first started doing electrical work. I was supplied with the big pack of tools that they sell at Home Depot.
Yeah,
I was given those until I got my own tools, and I got my own tools pretty quick because they were terrible.
Yeah,
but for an average Joe or light duty use, I can see their place.
I would say, yeah, absolutely. And like Milwaukee has some pretty good tools out. I would say their strippers are, I usually buy Klein strippers. That's the one thing I think are pretty superior. But Milwaukee's are right there. And they're a little less expensive, but Milwaukee, they know that their tools aren't shit. So they price them mid-range.
With Milwaukee hand tools, I go back and forth.
Some are great, very well thought out, and some are just like, who the fuck pushed this?
Yeah. Because I mean, there's some tools that they're definitely selling their name.
Yeah.
But there's other ones like their needle nose wire strippers. Basically, their needle nose wire stripper combo that strip 12 and 14 gauge wire. That's my go-to if I'm doing residential electric, because that's all you ever mess with for the most part. Is 12 and 14 gauge wire, unless you're messing with some 220 or some shit.
Right.
But yeah, I wired up an entire house with them damn things pretty much, and I love them. Now my other wire strippers, I got Southwire, just because I wanted to try something different.
They're a good brand, though. I mean,
they're not bad, and they got their new USA line, which the handles, the grips slid off the damn pliers the first day I got them.
Are these the Klein? Or were you talking about Kleins? These are like the standards, right?
Yeah, I like the compact strippers personally.
Compact.
Hold on, I got them down here. That's similar to what I used to use and what most people get, but these smaller ones.
Yeah, I got you there. Yeah,
I just like them because they fit in your hand a little better.
So I'll give a shout out real quick, but that spring in between, I took that out. You know why?
Why? Mike's Tool Shed?
Mike's Tool Shed fucking told me to.
That's honestly, I think when I heard him say some shit like that is when I subscribed to him, because I've always taken mine out as well.
Yeah.
And for the same reason, I hate pliers that stay open. They get on my nerves. I take the lock off and I take the spring out.
Well,
First thing I do.
I leave the lock on. That doesn't bother me. But when you're stripping wire, you don't want that fucking spring telling you to stay open.
People call me crazy for it, but I feel the same way.
Yeah, it just makes it more, you can just use it. Boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. You're good.
Yeah. But ever since I switched to these compact ones, because I used the coworkers and I really liked them, I don't think I'll go back to the bigger strippers like you got. The only downside is they don't cut bolts. the 632 and 832 and shit, they don't cut them.
Yeah, you can go to Home Depot now and just buy kits of 832 and 632.
Here's your American made pliers. I got to super glue them again, I guess. I almost bought a pair of the Chinese ones just to see if the Chinese grips would come off that easily. But I like Klein. The Klein and the Southwire, these kind of strippers are about the same. They're not expensive. They're like $10 or $12.
Antonio Claudio Michael said, if you let me join the hangout, I'll show you my electrical tools. I don't actually know how to do you want to invite him in or what?
I don't know how to do that shit either.
I mean, I can try.
You're lucky I got on here, honestly.
Dude, yeah, and it was like,
dude, I bought some of the Plasti Dip from Harbor Freight because I've got some old ass Kleins and channel locks. I wanted to review it, and I can't find the shit now. It's somewhere in this shop, but I can't find it to even try it out to review the damn shit.
The Plasti Dip.
Yeah, they sell it at Harbor Freight. They sell it online. You just, I guess, dip the handles and it makes the coating again.
So I actually used that on the front of a Ryobi recip saw. I painted it on because the grip was completely gone.
Did it work worth the shit?
Yeah, I mean, it's a recip saw, so you're gonna get a lot of vibrations. So like, but it helped not being on the bare plastic.
Yeah. Did you ever get that Ryobi saw back together, or what are you doing with
it? I did. Unfortunately for you.
Well, actually, I'm glad you showed me that because until I saw it, I never, thought about, hey, there's a mechanism in there I could use. So I can find that kind of shit on Facebook Marketplace all the time. People throwing them away, basically.
Dude, you could buy that on fucking eBay for like $2. One of those blue ones. Yeah. I will say this. I mean, the whole insides was metal, everything. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. And see, metal isn't always the best thing nowadays.
No, yeah, I know.
The way they've come up with plastics and shit for the outside, like the plastic chucks and stuff. Granted, there are times when I prefer a metal chuck, but I don't think that the plastic ones are the worst thing in the world. Now, I may be a little biased since I used to work at a plastics plant, but they've come a long way with that shit. In plastic, you never have to worry about rusting. That's one thing I really do like.
Yeah, that is true, but hold on here. I'm trying to send out an email to Antonio. We'll see.
I'll tell you one thing. That fucker comments about 4 times on every video.
Every video.
But he is a supporter.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because I watch a lot of people's videos, but I don't always comment. So lately I've been actually trying to at least say something on almost every video I watch.
The hard thing for me is a lot of my fans, because of Junk from Work and Rust Belt Mechanic and stuff, is what's up, Antonio?
What's up?
How's it going, brother?
Oh, he's in here.
Good. Dude, we have a threesome here.
Oh, kinky.
Yeah, if you just send an email to up to 10 people, you can have 10 people in the session.
Well, we don't need that many. Well, I forget what I was saying here, but this is awesome.
I heard Brad was talking shit about me making multiple comments. That's what I heard.
No, he was saying that's freaking awesome that you do that. It is awesome because because you can tell that you're watching the video and like you're just commenting as you're watching, which and like I was saying, I have a lot of mechanics that are friends on here. I don't know what they're doing, but like I try to comment the best I can. So
I got a question.
You guys are talking about wire strippers, so
I got a question. How does your wife let you get away with the toolbox in the kitchen? Because I need
Yeah.
to do that shit. Man.
How? Because I bought it for him.
What?
Get the fuck out.
There's your answer.
You got a good one, then. You got
Yeah.
a good one.
She got tired of my mess. That's why.
That's what I should do. I just move all my tools in the kitchen, and then she'll buy me a toolbox to organize them.
My wife gave me a corner of the garage. Was like, there you go, champ.
Hey, maintenance man, here's the ones I have.
Yep.
They're
plastic
similar to
wire.
yours, but
Yeah.
they have the square handle.
Oh yeah, and they got the
But
the needle
these-
nose.
These are the ones that I absolutely love. These Kleins right here.
And
I
that
like.
that is more like automotive though, geared, right?
Yeah, these are kind of the auto function. They do it for you.
I'll
Man.
tell you when I use those, and I don't have a set myself, but at work we do a lot of communication shit, and we got to put ferrules on all this 22 gauge, 20 gauge wire. And
Right.
you got to clip off the right amount every time. Those do come in handy, especially when you
I
got like
use-
50 wires to do.
I use this for the headlight install videos I did recently, and it made probably an hour's worth of wiring, about 20 or 30 minutes worth. It made everything a lot smoother and faster.
See
And then
that camera angle, I'm just gonna interrupt. That camera angle and that view, that was electrical snipper porn right there.
And then if you ask Junk from work, he absolutely loves these
Yes.
pieces of shit. That's my opinion. These are
I've
crap.
never used those ones. I've seen plenty of people have them. I've never used those kind.
But I got a bunch of stuff in here. Some big ass
Yeah.
crimper. These are crimpers for large gauge, like 2/0, 1/0, 00 gauge.
I could have used those today. I used my Vice.
I got a bunch of different wire strippers in here, but these are all kinds of like cheapy ones.
Are those Harbor Freight or what brands? Commercial Electric, I think I saw one.
These orange ones are actually made by Scoche, which does a lot of like stereo equipment. I got it in like a kit because I got some plastic trim tools is what it came with.
But you know what? That pair right there is the worst wire strippers and crimpers, but they're awesome if you just need to cut your bolts. That's what I love those for. Because they cut like 5 different sizes of bolts on them damn things.
Yeah. And then these are some cheapies my dad gave me a while back. I don't even know what they're branded. I don't even think they have a brand name on them. These do coaxial fittings though. And then these.
That's one thing I was sad I didn't steal from AT&T was my coax crimper.
Did you work
these are
on?
commercial. These are commercial electrics I bought from Home Depot a long time ago. These have served me pretty well.
Yeah, that's probably the first pair I had too. Was the commercial electric? You know, walk in, you're like.
I got these from Walmart. These actually mimic the Stanleys.
I had those. And I don't know how I had them, but I ended up giving them away because I didn't know what the fuck they were. And then the guy showed me, and it strips the wires like.
And these are Kleins. These are Kleins also. I got these from Home Depot. These are wire cutters.
Those are the nice ones.
I got a set just with the different handles, but the Klein wire cutters are amazing.
I also have these blue ones also, which these came with this right here, the
Are those
crimper.
Channel Lock or Klein?
Or Capri.
No, they're neither. They're actually knockoffs from Amazon.
Do you have? I didn't see that video. Do you have them linked up or?
What video?
Did you make a video with them in there, or are you just showing them now?
I did do a video with these and the hydraulic crimper set that I bought.
Those were in the light videos, right?
No, it wasn't the light. It was probably a couple months before I did the lights. It's a 2005 Ford Excursion battery wire extension video.
That's the one I saw it in. That is right. The terminals and all that. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
I tell you what, those cable cutters though, I got a pair of Stanley Fat Max that I bought just because they were cheap, and it took me a long time to switch my Kleins into the bag because I like them Stanley ones so much.
Fat Max aren't bad. They're a decent tool. for some things. Antonio, we are up to episode number 11, I think, on the headlights.
11 is the last one. That was just the finalized showing off the halos.
Are there future more?
I'm probably going to be doing. I had my wife take some video while I was driving to home from the store. I had her take some video of the headlights without the European ram guard wings, and then I had her take a video of me driving with the European headlight wings on. So those will probably come out next. But that's just because people in the videos asked, hey, what does it look like behind the wheel?
Yeah, and you said that took two days, right? Or
it took it was actually about 26 or 27 hours, but
that's right.
that was not actually consistent. I actually took like 3 or 4 hour breaks in between. When you're standing outside in 120-degree heat, I didn't want to get heat stroke. I still think I ended up getting heat stroke off of it anyways, but
shit, man.
Y'all got that dry heat though, man.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
And then here's just the multimeter drawer.
See, I don't buy my own multimeters. I've always used what Work provide. I have cheapy ones here, but I don't have like a Fluker. I used to have a Klein, but I lost it.
This is that
Craftsman.
That voltage Craftsman you asked me to show pictures on.
Yeah, that's a nice one, man. Yeah, I like that. And that's kind of like the Milwaukee. It has the check sign that says you're good to go.
Yeah, the light is actually separate. You don't have to have it on. You could just push the button and turn it on.
That's how my Southwire one is.
And in Brad's Workbench, Brad, you actually had a pretty good idea for non-contact voltage testers. And what was that you told me, if you remember?
I don't remember.
All right. Well, he said that it would be nice because he works sometimes in loud areas. And if he's testing something, if it would like vibrate his hand when it's hot.
Yeah, I remember that.
Not everything in this drawer is multimeters, though. I have a scope right here, a Bosch scope, a stud finder, or a Zircon stud finder. I have a light meter.
I don't think I've ever found a stud finder that actually worked worth of shit.
I've used this one quite a bit. It actually does work.
What brand is that?
Zircon Center Find. It's an HD 900. I use this all the time. It actually does. It does find studs.
Zircon, and actually, I'll be honest. The best one I've used was like a very cheap Black & Decker that came in some kit, and it every time it finds a stud, it is the stud.
I've had as much luck knocking and poking tiny holes as I have with any stud finder.
I did purchase one of these though. So we'll see how. It's a Ryobi stud finder.
Yeah.
We'll see how it does. That's future review.
I used the power probe in one of the HID videos.
Somebody explain to me what the hell a power probe does that a multimeter doesn't. Because I see all these mechanic guys talking about power probe. I've never touched one or seen one in my entire life.
A power probe, the most common used version of the power probe, is the actual 12-volt power. You can actually give an item 12-volt power.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to test a relay, you can actually force the relay to function.
That makes
sense.
Or
if you want to turn on, figure out if you have a bad headlight bulb, you can actually take the bulb out, use the power probe, and just turn the bulb on. Because you just attach a ground and you attach the power, and then you push the button on it up, and it will give it power. And then you can also, on a power probe, you can force a ground. You can actually push down on the switch, and it provides a ground.
Okay. Yeah, see, because honestly, until I got on YouTube, I'd never even heard of them. And everybody talks about them, but nobody really dumbs it down to people that are non-mechanics.
Well, this is where I'll chime in. I don't know much about this stuff, I fully admit. So, when I do, a teardown of a tool or something, now I'm starting to learn. But, you're kind of learning as you go with me, or as my brain works, which is slow.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, you see how much shit I fuck up on my channel?
I haven't seen one yet.
You need to go watch my build videos then, because almost every one of those has a screw up in it.
I will say this: your step stool that you made,
Oh yeah.
that turned out so fucking beautiful, man. Honestly,
Yeah, every now and then I get lucky.
no, and like I wish I could.
You're not the only one that screws up. I screwed up on the DeWalt video.
The DeWalt video.
Not really, man.
Actually, I did. I only explained half of it because I didn't know the other information. I only spoke about the. I didn't speak about the 60-volt tools having the extra prong on the tools. I didn't speak about the actual. I only spoke about the mechanical switch on the back of the 60-volt batteries. I didn't explain the extra prong and how it actually cuts the circuit when it finds out it's 60 volt, and that's when it provides 60 volt. I didn't put that into the video, and I got called out on it. When I got called out on the video, I called him out on it, and then he posted a video and he explained it.
Who was it?
Is actually
Mr. Subaru 1387, I think is what it was.
Yeah, and I will say this though, man. You explained the tangs, the flat and the round on the back, and for the average consumer though, that makes sense. Like that,
Yeah, the information I provided would probably help the average person that doesn't know much about tools, to give them the basics on it that they would feel comfortable putting a 60-volt battery on their tool.
I'll be honest, man. Like you and that Subaru guy. I mean, same team. You guys were both trying to explain the same thing, that VCG was.
We're also both mechanics, so I apologize when I called him out, and he finally stated, "Yeah, it's not a big deal. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew some of the information you didn't provide." And I had no issue with it. I just called him out because he called me out. If you're going to call me out and you're not going to show proof, then don't run your mouth on my channel. That was the only thing I was talking about.
Yeah, by the way, man, your channel is growing pretty fast there.
It's not growing fast. I've been stuck at like 400 something for several months.
When I first started following you, though, you're at like 3 something.
Oh, yeah.
And
when I think I was one of the few that started following you first, and you were at like 10 or something back then.
Yeah, man, you hopped, and you've been an awesome supporter. I really appreciate it.
And don't mind junk from work. He's Canadian. He doesn't know anything.
Nah, he's like a half-ass mechanic too. He just like pulls out other people's electricals and stuff.
I'm sure junk from work is in here. He's probably razzing me about it too. He's a good guy.
I want to say good night, Kenneth. Thank you for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it. A lot of good people here tonight, man.
Oh, y'all got me past my bedtime.
We haven't even started yet.
Yeah, since Brad is still here,
I'm gonna take a piss real quick. You guys roll with this.
If you leave, then I'm gonna break something.
Here, Brad, I'll show you. Just give me a second. These are all ratchets, but don't mind the messy drawer of ratchets.
Dude, my wife would just flip her shit if I had as many tools as you did. She thinks I have too many tools now.
These aren't the only tools I have. I have a barn full of tools.
I know. I've seen the garage videos too, so.
Yeah. Because we're talking about Steelman Pros, and I'll show you.
Dude, they're badass ratchets, man. You got the 162 ones too, don't you?
Yes, I do. Here's the 100. I can't get the 1/4 inch because they're no longer sold. Here's the 160 tooth flex heads.
Is that a locking flex head?
Yeah, these are locking.
Dude, I've been looking at that set. It's a 1/2 and 3/8 set or something.
This button right here locks them. This black button, you push the button in.
Now, is 160 really worth it? Like, does it feel that much smoother?
Oh yeah. It's a lot smoother on swing arm. Those are the 1/2 inch and then the 3/8, and then I have the 3/8 in the long.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet right there.
This is the Cobra,
Yeah.
just like the one you have. And then I have 2 1/4 inch of the one that you have. I have the really short one.
I think they still actually sell that 1/4 inch on Amazon.
And I also have the 1/4 and the extra long.
How long is that fucker for a 1/4 inch, man?
This 1/4 inch is 13 inches.
Yeah.
And this one is 8.5.
What's that 3/8 one?
This one is a 25 inch.
Well, hell, that's longer than my 1/2 inch drive one.
Well, the 1/2 inch drive came in 2 lengths. It came in the one you have, and it came in a 27 inch.
Damn. I would like a long handled 3/8. I don't have one of those.
I want to pop in real quick and say, has anyone seen Dana's toolbox of his video of where he shows all of his tools scattered about there?
Yeah, I've seen it.
That video gave me anxiety.
And then I have some other ratchets. I have a bunch of Huskies and some gear wrenches. Gear wrench 84 tooths. I have a couple Husky black. I have some of the Pittsburgh.
I like those swivel head Pittsburghs. Yep.
The roto
Love
heads.
those. I got all 3 sizes of those ones.
Yeah, I have all 3 also.
As an electrician, that is amazing because it basically is a ratchet to break it and then a nut driver too. That's what I like about it.
I also have this very old None Better ratchet.
What?
Yeah, it's called None Better. It's probably from the, I think, 60s.
Yeah.
And here are the locking flex heads of the Huskies. Oops.
Okay.
Husky ain't bad. It's not bad. It's like just like Stanley.
The Huskies, I like the Huskies better than Stanley.
Yeah, they're a little bit better than Stanley. Now, I did buy the Stanley extension 3/8, the telescoping kind. And
Yeah.
I thought it sucked, and then I opened it up and put some lube in that sucker, and I'm a lot happier with it. It was
similar to the ones at Harbor Freight.
Yep. Every time
And
I
then-
buy Harbor Freight ratchet now, I open it up.
There are a couple of these gyro ratchets too. These are Huskies.
Those
I
are
don't
nice.
like those.
you know what they're nice for is you can put a bit extension on. So like if you don't have a you can pedestal sinks, man. They're a bitch to get up in there and actually get something on those screws.
These actually gyro in 2 different spots. They actually gyro on the handle and on the ratchet side.
See, I was looking at those, and I have the thumb drives, or whatever you call them, the ones that aren't gyro from Harbor Freight, and I never use them. So,
Yeah, I've used these a ton of times in places like for like AC near the for the actuators and the vent actuators and stuff like that, and the really tiny ass spots that they put them in these cars these days.
So
I see Junk saying some shit. He's all about Brad now, I guess.
He's gonna hop on here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, my wife actually made this shirt today. Brad's Workbench will know. Hashtag worm drive. And actually, what does that mean there, Brad?
Hashtag gimmick.
Gimmick now, man.
That's what it means.
No, so I was on the Den of Tools and I was all hopped up because we were talking table saws, and my first table saw was $100 Ryobi one, and that thing scared the shit out of me. Not gonna lie, like even cutting trim and stuff, fucking hate it. So last year I had a bunch of work to do on my house, and I bought, because the Concord Carpenter, he did a test of the best job site work saws and skill saw. The worm drive one actually came in second to the saw stop, which has that flesh eating technology.
Flesh eating.
Yeah, well, it stops when it detects flesh is on the blade, which
Yeah.
you know I actually don't mind them pitching
Oh,
that.
so it has nanomites on it.
Yeah, so yeah. But anyways, I bought this skill worm drive and it fucking works awesome. It's a very nice saw. It's the nicest one I've owned. It's pretty inexpensive, $350, and but then Brad's like, "Well, what does the worm drive do? Like, really, honestly, what does it benefit?" And I think my explanation was, I forget it, but it was like, doesn't really do anything. It's just an upside down worm drive saw.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, and I really don't even remember having that conversation with you because I've had an argument. I wouldn't even say an argument. Difference of opinion with many people on this, trying to find if there's a true benefit to it. Because I might be wrong. I'm wrong about plenty of shit. But all the research I did, it's a gimmick. It might be a good saw, but the worm drive really doesn't serve much of a purpose.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is it somehow might reduce the friction of the motor overall over a period of time.
Well, yeah.
Well, if you think about it, most worm drives require oil.
Yeah, they do.
I can
That's
see
why.
that maybe, but by the time that you're able to find that out, the hype of the worm drive is going to be dead and gone. Now, on the circular saw, I definitely get a worm drive gives you more torque on a smaller motor.
Yeah,
But on these
absolutely.
big motors, on miter
What's up,
saws and
Junkie?
table saws, you
What's
don't
going
need
on?
it.
Am I sideways?
You
Yeah,
are
you're
sideways.
sideways.
Sideways. And it's
There
daylight
you go.
out? What the fuck?
Dude, it's been dark for like 2 hours where
Yeah,
I'm at.
man.
Oh
It's dark right now.
First of all,
privilege.
Brad and I put our children to sleep before we even started this fucking thing. So,
Yeah.
and Antonio, you're actually you're expecting soon, right?
My son was born 3 weeks ago.
3
Yeah,
weeks ago. Shit, my bad.
It was
Congratulations.
his 18th one.
Sick.
No, what is it? Number 6, right?
Yep, 6.
Are you trying to get a band going? Holy Christ.
He's got a basketball team already. How many you got? Do you got boys, girls? How many of each?
3 girls, and 3 boys.
Yeah, we make 6.
Well, you got to have 2 more boys for a basketball team then.
Yeah.
Not nowadays. You can fucking throw a girl on, any team you want.
Yeah, that's true. By the time they come of age, we'll all probably be playing sports together.
And
Yeah.
now we're all on here live. I got a question for Brad's Workbench. Insurance companies, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes,
We
right.
don't need to get into that.
Let's go
Brad.
down the rabbit hole.
Brad, what do you pay for insurance on your pickup? You got a just normal truck. What do you pay for a year? Like, what are you complaining about?
First of all, junk from work. What are you drinking? Please advertise it real quick.
Oh, I'm drinking this delicious Caribou Mountain Spring beer made only with the finest Canadian ingredients. I'm trying to get a deal like Neil's got with Work Pro.
They're cold now.
Delicious. So what do you pay to insure that truck of yours there, Brad?
My truck? Well, car insurance isn't really
We're
my
talking
qualm.
about health, right?
Yeah, health insurance is where I think
Oh,
the scam
okay.
is.
Well, I don't get a vote on that. We have shitty health care, though. It's like 4 months for me to get a fucking doctor's appointment, so you get what you pay for, I guess.
Well, it's
Here,
like
I'll
3 years
advertise
till I
mine
can
too,
afford
since I just opened it.
There you go.
Corona.
Yeah, buddy.
Bud Light
Bud Light.
Orange.
Oh, Bud Light Lime. I remember when that shit first came out.
It's
I
not
remember
lime,
this
it's
year.
orange.
Orange.
Oh, it's orange.
Bud Light Orange.
Yeah.
No, I've
orange.
never even heard of that then. Dude, I can't even tell you the last time I drank a beer.
Brad, I thought you'd throw some fucking Baileys in that goddamn coffee.
Brad doesn't
tonight.
drink beer because his wife is mean.
She might be watching this. You better watch out.
I would
I
actually be
actually-
scared of his wife.
There is a few Bud Lights left over that my parents left when they came to visit.
Well, go fucking grab one.
Ah,
I say we all chug a beer together.
I just don't get into drinking anymore, man.
I'm trying to nurse this, Neil. I don't know. We're not alcoholics like you, but
I fucking try to rage every night, brother.
No, we're not gonna do the same thing you did on Justin Dow's channel.
I missed it. See, I missed it, so I have to be involved.
Rushed that tall boy. It was incredible. Like, you guys are talking, like, coming out of the woodwork, talking about how great that was. It was epic. You really picked up.
If you want to be epic, you need a beer funnel.
I'm
and a
sorry.
keg.
I missed it because I was doing my own live stream. Because apparently,
Yeah, Neil, I'm sorry.
I got 4 fucking people on right now, or 3 people plus myself,
Look
and
at you go.
we can't do another threesome.
A week ago, you couldn't figure out how to, like, get one person on. Now you got 4. It's fucking ridiculous.
No, y'all talking about beer bongs though, or beer funnels? I remember in my year of college, best year of my life, they had a 3-story beer bong off the apartment balcony, and it was amazing. I think it held like 6 or 8 beers just in the funnel.
Oh my goodness.
And the the tube was 30 feet long or whatever.
Like, the amount of engineering and time that actually went into that, like, people were missing class to put that thing together for sure.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. That's why I only went for a year.
You learned everything you needed to know. I mean, come on.
Pretty much. I thought I knew it all coming
Yeah.
out of that motherfucker.
Still do. So, what were you guys talking about tonight? I've been in and out. I went to the grocery store. Like, I guess you got a life. I don't know. You guys are just doing YouTube stuff all the time. But what
Yeah,
have you guys
man.
been doing about?
We don't work either, remember?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, actually, Brad, can you grab a couple of your Stanley tape measures real quick that you got around the shop? I want to do a quick comparison.
That's
I have my
go-to.
pants on.
My
I got my
16
pants on
footer.
right now. Oh, okay. Never mind.
All right, so I actually watched that video, right, of your Stanleys, and I bought, I think this is the same one. Not it's 25 foot
Newer.
newer, but it has, for the retards, the fractional things.
Nope.
Yeah.
And today I bought the 16 footer, which for around the house, man, and for most things, I will say this for people, 16 foot is basically all you'll need.
Yep.
The fractions on the tape measure are for the people that don't know how to do the fractions on their own.
I actually refuse to buy a tape measure with the fractions on it. I can't read the damn numbers anyways, my blind ass.
Yeah, man, I just, it's a cunt hair. You just go by cunt hairs.
I tell you what I want though, is I'd like to see Stanley make one with a white tape measure instead of the yellow.
A white blade, yeah.
I like the white better, I've noticed.
My go-to at home has been this for 10 years. And
Yeah.
I have a Stanley Power Lock 25 also.
Yeah, you can't beat them. I mean,
I have a 25 in my truck. I got a 25 somewhere in the shop. I got a 30 in the house. I like the Stanleys. Man, I got sent this one from Grip On or whatever, and this, like, it's a badass tape measure, but it's fucking huge, man. Even when I did framing, it's heavy as hell.
I have haters. I have haters on YouTube because of this drawer. I'm like dead serious.
Dude, the Come-Alons are awesome tape measures.
Yep. I've seen a lot of people using those.
There's a 35 in the Power Lock.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever need a 35-foot tape measure. But some of the features they put on these tape measures now are just ridiculous.
But you could tell these are the old ones, Brad.
That's the ones I like. Just a simple fucking lock. That's all I want.
Yeah. I have a lot of these. I have a lot of these chameleons too. 16, a 12, a 25, a 35, and a 100.
I don't like the ones that lock automatically. I just a personal preference thing.
Yeah, I don't like those either. But I've had good luck with these chameleons. This one has the white. I think one of these has white.
Let me ask you this, because I kind of disagreed with the video I saw on this. How do you test if a tape measure is good or bad.
What's up, Junk?
Are you talking about the
Yeah.
arc test where you take it out and see how long it goes until it bends?
I don't want any bias to come in here. I'm just asking your opinion. How do you test if a tape measure's of high quality? And actually, hold on one second.
Well, I'll let you boys in on a little secret. Today, I picked up this butte for this show tonight. It is a hyper tough laser
Ooh.
distance leveler.
Oh,
You know, so I actually recently bought the Bosch one to do some
the Bosch
outside.
ones are pretty nice.
Yeah, they are. But I mean, this hyper tough says 65.6 feet range. I don't know how you could have a 65-foot range, but
What did that run you? Just out of curiosity.
$28.
That's not too bad. Those are those freedom bucks, though. You can buy some shit with those things.
But the packaging.
Yeah, that's not Canadian money, you know.
That's not
Toonie and a
Canadian
toonie.
football.
I didn't realize the fucking packaging was open and it's missing. It has the batteries in it. It's missing the back. So,
How do you not know a package is open when you buy something? You just
dude,
put it in your cart and just rolled.
Dude, I was so fucking hyped up that
Neil buys his power tools like 40 at a time, so his cart was just loaded. That was an add-on afterwards.
All right, so I want to show y'all.
It does work. It does work. It comes on.
Before we get too far off topic, this was
All right.
sent to me. And you'll know it was sent to me because I would never buy
A Snap-on.
a Snap-on fucking tape measure. And you know it's for mechanics because it does have the fractions on the damn.
$10 a
Yeah.
foot, probably.
Yeah, man.
Yoda Doug sent this shit to me.
Nice.
And it feels like a good tape measure. I gotta admit, as much as I hate Snap-on, they do make good shit.
Does it have metric on there, or is it just...
It does have metric on here.
Nice.
I like metric. My uncle
Metric's
sent
a great
me some
system.
shit because a lot of I got this one that's all metric.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, sharpening chisels, all the guides tell you a distance in millimeters. So it's nice to have a little metric in an American shop every now and then. We just don't admit to it. That's all.
And if you actually think about it, 99% of all modern cars are metric.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, the SAE stuff, I absolutely hate the Imperial system. Like, I like PSI. That's the one. PSI, I like KPA is KPAG and all that horse shit. Fuck that. PSI, good old American PSI is a great metric. Other than that, everything else is just metric is just by far and away a better system.
When I had my 95 Toyota T100, and you know everything was metric, but then like that one fucking thing that was SAE, you're wrenching on it and you're like, what the fuck, you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same with the Forerunner. For when I was doing the videos, everything was metric, but 2 bolts.
Yeah.
And those 2 bolts were hidden behind the fucking headlights, and they had absolutely no purpose whatsoever.
Yeah, that like I had to replace the radiator on mine, and it was a GM radiator, so everything I worked on was metric. But you know, those 4 bolts, fucking SAE.
Yeah, Toyota likes to hide them fucking SAE bolts everywhere.
They do. They do.
See, most of my shit is standard because I don't do much wrenching on cars, but all the flanges and shit we use at work,
Yes, sir.
it's all standard or
So-
Imperial.
Brad, so now, like when I was working in the oil industry, if somebody rigs something up with a 3/4 inch fitting, do you just fucking throw that thing in the bush and piss on it, or it was 1/2 inch, 1 inch, or fuck off? Is that kind of the same that you guys see out there, or?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Like that's the worst. 3/4. You can't do anything with 3/4. Pumping methanol through 3/4 with some fucking Dixie. She's freezing off. crazy.
Yeah, everything is pretty large out there, and I don't know why, but I've always been drawn. Like one of my first real.
Real quick, I want to say later BSS Small Engines. I think that's a Brad's channel.
Later, BSS.
But he's taking off. Thank you for showing up. All right, continue on there, sir.
Oh yeah. Like my first real, I'd call it a manly job, was on the railroad, and ever since then, I just liked working on big shit.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys a funny story real quick?
You better, Deal. You better.
All right. So today I'm playing catch, with my son. He's 3, and the ball hit him. The ball hit him right in the dick, right? So like every time I threw it to him after that, he just automatically put his hand down over his dick, and I'm like, "You're learning, buddy. You're learning. Protect that shit."
That's like anytime my daughter comes to give me a hug, I
Oh yeah, man.
tense up.
It's just funny to see that. Like he got hit once, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta protect that shit, man. Like it fucking hurts."
It's instinct, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad.
What's up?
You won't be talking about love and what you do when you decide to go get that dream job of building bridges. You don't want to fuck with them bolts.
I've actually always been interested in it, but no, I've never had an opportunity to. Like road construction interests me because I always see people standing around, but you never know what the fuck they're doing.
Them 7 or 8 foot round freaking nuts and bolts that they put on them huge ass trestle bridges are a pain.
Yeah, the biggest nut I've ever
Busted.
tried to take off. The biggest nut I ever busted.
Fucking blew a girl through a goddamn 2 doorways.
Sorry.
Remember that year of college I was talking about?
Yeah, exactly. The beer bong was the only thing that's 3 feet long. Anyway.
It was 3.5 inches. And we had an 1.5 inch impact, I think it was either an inch or 1.5 inch impact. Had this fucking shoulder strap. I felt like I was like in a goddamn Die Hard movie or some shit.
Over here.
Terminator.
I mean, the air hose on this shit was bigger than my dick. I swear to God, man. But yeah, that was for a flange on a pipe that was at least 5 foot, and it had over like 100 bolts just going all the way the fuck around it. It was crazy.
Them 7 or 8 story dozers aren't fun either.
Oh, I used to watch the Discovery or History Channel shows about the big ass machines like that, man.
Yeah.
So, Brad, what do you actually do for a living? Because, like, I know you kind of work in the energy industry, but like you do electrical. Like, what is your actual job? Are you an operator? Like, what do you actually do?
He's an oil engineer.
Wait.
Are you a petroleum engineer?
It is. What do we call it, Brad? We do a lot of shit, master of none, whatever the fuck you
Jack
call
of
it.
all trades.
Jack of all
Jack
trades.
of all trades, master of none.
Yeah,
But
basically.
I like to call it Jack of all trades, master of some.
Master of some. That's exactly it.
The company I work for is less than 100 people, like between 50 and 100. So it's a small company. We're water treatment without using chemicals. But I signed on as an operator, found out I could weld, and then with my electrical background, I also play that role. Just depends on what the fuck they need at the time, you know.
So are they? I don't want to get too. So are they like flock tanks? Like, is it flow back from doing fracks and stuff, or is it production water?
Both.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, John, what'd you do?
I have a few buddies that do that. That's good fucking money. You sit in a truck and watch movies all day and babysit some tanks. That's fucking killer. Probably not what you do.
Yeah, we treat the water, but
Brad actually wanted to show up to work.
The units we have run themselves. We are there only if something breaks.
You're basically a liability person, you know. They pay you to take some of the liability, and then if a fuck up happens, all fingers point to you. I guess that's how the game. That's like an insurance company. That's how the
I
game
could log into the units right now on my phone and run them over
Yeah.
in Midland and New Mexico, or at least see what the operator's doing.
So
It's crazy how automated it is.
You're working in Texas, living in Texas, or you traveling, or like
He
what is your?
travels.
Yeah, I live towards Houston and
Yep.
work in Midland
Oh,
mainly, which is about 9 hours. And then the last couple of hitches I've been in New Mexico.
I actually have a friend of mine. They just moved. Their whole family moved down to Midland. They fucking love it down there. He's working in the oil industry as well. He's roughnecking.
I guess it depends on where you come from.
It's better than Canada, like by far.
I've been to Canada, man. There's some beautiful places up in Canada.
The problem is,
John from work wants to get the fuck out of there.
oh, I'm so fucking done with this country. I'm done. So I don't want to beat this drum to death, but I am done. I'm like want to get the fuck out of here.
Why?
Anywhere that's remotely nice, like Vancouver, for instance, is a very nice place to be, but it's ultra expensive, the same fucking price as Dubai. So guys like me, blue collar workers, were subjected to shitholes like where I live. And, it's nothing that special. Down there, you go to the States, towns like Spokane or, there's just so many beautiful little towns that are nice and warm and mild. You can go live there, fucking pack a heater, 60 grand, you buy yourself a house, you start your life. It's great. It's just that doesn't exist here anymore. That dream is gone.
I want to throw
John,
something.
you live near Hope, just really far up there.
Oh yeah, it's like they hope they never have to fucking
There's
come
no
up here.
fucking
I'm
hope.
way further north than those boys, that's for sure.
Hey, I do have a question. Who here has seen Mike's tool shed?
I've seen Mike's tool shed.
I've
Not
never
a
heard
while.
of them.
Junk from work?
Fuck off, Neil. I've heard of him. I haven't watched his videos.
Dude, if
The last
you love
thing Mike's tool
AVE,
shed did was that video about his dad dying.
Yeah.
It was
a month ago. But anyways, if you love AVE, you would fucking like I have Brad, probably just like you, man. I still watch Mike's Tool Shed.
I don't watch AV anymore. I don't give a rat's ass about CNC machining.
Yeah, I can't put up with like when he throws up a tool review, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll watch that, and I do. But other than that, man, it's fucking.
I do the same thing. If it's a tool review or a tool breakdown, I'll watch it. If it's about CNC machining, he can kiss my ass. He had all his Patreons pay for that $80,000 or $100,000 machine.
Fucking, I ran one of those in high school.
I'm gonna tell you what I hate about AV. And this, I like him. He's probably a cool dude. But the thing that annoys me, that's what I should say. Is in every video when he says, "Don't watch the commercial. It's not worth the half a cent they give me," which they don't even give you half a cent for one view. But he always talks about how he's not there for the money and shit. Well, then demonetize your channel, dude. It's about
and then he's posting. And then he's posting about this brand new CNC machine, talking about, oh, I'll thank you all the Patreons for paying for it and this and that. And then he did a video about the CNC machine stating that if you needed something made, contact him and send him the CNC code. And I'm like, most of us people that need shit made that don't have a CNC machine don't have the damn code ability either.
Right?
Yeah, or fucking just get a CNC machine and make it. Make the goddamn code.
It's AV. See, the thing is, like, I obviously, yeah, like I love watching him, and I feel like his channel has really departed, and I don't want to shit talk him, number one, because if he ever finds out my channel exists, I'm totally fucked. Those fanboys are gonna rip me to shreds. I'm just waiting for the day to come where one of his Patreons finds my fucking channel, but.
I'm throwing your link down.
The machining videos aren't relatable at all. I don't find them. Like, it's a fucking $200,000 machine. What the fuck am I going to do? Start up a factory and machining fucking parts? Like, fuck your hat. That's ridiculous. And then, okay, it's great to say, oh, well, I don't do it for the money and I'm not under anyone's pocket. It's like, well, fuck, dude, you make $15,000, $20,000 a month off Patreon and your ad revenue.
Actually, Junk, you're wrong. He makes $162,000 off Patreon a month. And he makes $78,000 off of YouTube a month.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's easy to say you're not in it for the money. I wouldn't, if I was making $100,000 a month, I wouldn't need one fucking sponsor. I'd be giving shit away left, right, and center. My channel would be fucking insane. But you know what? The guy is extremely smart. I know I've learned a lot watching him. Big Clive is another channel that he turned me on to, and that's probably the best channel on YouTube, bar none. That's my favorite channel.
Big Clive and his tear apart electronics.
See, I still haven't looked him up. Whenever you shouted him out, I thought you were talking about a channel called Big Cleve. And that dude's a dumb.
No, BigClive.com.
Yeah, buddy. Big Clive is awesome. Awesome guy.
I gotta check him out.
I'll be honest, I'll be 100% honest here. Junk from work. When you subscribe to me, and then I subscribe back, and I actually took a day for me to go look at your channel, and I'm like, holy fuck! And I binge watched you in 3 days.
Sorry about that.
Every fucking video, because I was craving that AVE perspective. That's
why I started it.
But
that's why I did it, because he's not doing it anymore. Yeah. He's not doing AVE anymore. So I'm like, well, fuck, I'm Canadian, I'm husky, I gotta at least fucking try it. I'll fucking give it a shot. If you guys are enjoying it, I mean, fuck, I'm like the non-alcoholic version of AVE,
And not only that, but I sent you a tool to review, the Hammerhead. And,
yes, sir.
And I think anyone here in the chats, if you have an interesting tool to send up to him, do it, because
I was looking for one of those Hammerheads that you can't find them anymore.
No, you can't, man. You can't.
They're sick. I was surprised.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I got that video edited up. I was shocked how much engineering, and that's the one thing too. And I like tearing down the automotive, the vehicle parts, and lots of guys, it's been awesome. It's junk from my work, it's junk from everybody's fucking work. Guys have been coming and offering me stuff, and it's great. I'm gonna try and get more involvement, but it's amazing the engineering that goes into something as simple and stupid as a fucking blower motor. And you look at it, you break it down, you pick it, why this material was used and what they're doing here and what they're doing there. And it's mind blowing. Hours and hours and hours of time spent on something so simple, and it never gets any credit. It's fucking broken, throw it in the garbage, move on to the next thing. And that's where I loved AVE, because when you open up a tool, there's no bullshit. You can't open it up. I mean, it's obviously a piece of shit. And then you're going to sit here like Neil selling WorkPro to us. Well, this thing's fucking great. They know exactly what shit looks like, right? So I don't know. I'm just kidding. WorkPro makes some good stuff. They're Mastercraft Maximum. I had no fucking idea.
No, dude, I totally get where you're talking about with the engineering shit, because I think about that shit all the time. Let's just say something as simple as a light switch.
Yeah.
It seems so simple to us now, but if it never existed, would you be able to think of it?
Exactly.
Or relays or
and then there's another side to the engineering also, because if you think about it, how many people in this world has bought a cheap part from an auto store and realized that tool or that specific part lasted 5 months when the original part that the dealer sold lasts 20 years?
Yeah, it's the small details. The 15% make the difference between a piece of shit and something that's top notch. The manufacturing's so good now. That's all it is. It's 15% plus minus, I think, to be honest with you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chug this beer for work, bro. You guys ready?
Fuck yeah.
For work,
all right, here we go.
For WorkPro, America, made in China. Guys.
Everybody, it's a moment of silence.
Moment of silence while Neil crushes that fucking beer. How's the weight loss going, Neil? Why don't you drink another one?
Yeah, okay. I think I gained 2 pounds.
That's got to be a Michelob Ultra, though, right?
No, it's
chew. He's doing just chew spitbacks. He's just on the nicotine. Are you done quitting, Neil, or is that it, or what?
No, so I'll be 100% honest. I have one a day.
110?
No, one dip. On the live streams, though, I have had one. I might have another one. I don't know.
So let me ask you this, because this is the main reason I quit drinking. How do y'all handle hangovers?
I don't get them.
Being an old ass man.
Hangovers to me are I can't do it anymore. Like I had that live stream with I went on with Neil, and then I went on with Justin Dow the same day. I was trying to hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't invite me on, but I could have 4 people in here.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck off,
How-
Neil. Now you figured it out.
they
But I
hate
was
me
so
so
fucking
much.
hungover.
I don't drink
so
enough to get a
hungover.
hangover, so
Oh my goodness.
I've never
Yeah,
had
it's not worth the day lost. Yeah, I usually do a lot of recording on Sunday, and I recorded a video, and I recorded the whole video, I watched it, uploaded it, and then I watched it back and realized I totally had fucked it all up. I had to re-record it. It was a disaster. But
Oh,
are you
talking about the DeWalt battery and the soldering iron? Because you kind
That
of
was
seemed
the
a little
best damn
upset in that video.
that video, I was hot. Like I'm starting to, now that I realize like I can be myself and people aren't going to get too upset.
Yeah.
I'm just letting her buck. I was holding myself back before, and now it's just whatever. Just fucks and shits, and who gives a fuck? And you know what? I don't care. Listen, I'm a tubby Canadian guy with a fucking heavy accent. This channel ain't fucking going anywhere except in the garbage. So I figure I'll just fucking have fun with it. And,
Dude, wait,
whatever happens,
first of
happens.
all, you have 1,000 subscribers. That's nothing. Brad has 2.3 thousand. I mean, that's
2,300
yeah,
subscribers.
yeah. When you're a small channel like me, myself, starting out, those numbers seem fucking unrealistic. Honestly,
It still is crazy. I like it blows my mind. I mean, it's all it is a matter of time, right? That's
I've been
the thing.
doing YouTube for 3 years now, and I'm barely at 450.
yeah, but like the bear has his channel. He said like the
The
first
Den of Tools.
yeah, the first 6 years he was on, he didn't do anything. But then the last 3 or whatever years, he started picking up. So
it's like once the ball, it's a snowball effect, is what it is. Because it took me a year to get 1,000, and it took me 3 months after that to get 2,000. I don't know why,
Brad,
and now I've slowed down.
Junk from work. That's right now, man. We're like a month in, so 2 months to go.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is now I've slowed to a crawl. I maybe get 1 or 2 a day at the most. When before it was 25. I had to start turning off the damn thing, and
Fuck, 1 or 2 a day. I
that was
I love 1 or 2 a day.
Humble brag if I ever fucking heard one, but that's all right.
What the fuck ever, dude.
No.
What I'm saying is nobody knows what's gonna make a video pop.
You don't know what's
right.
gonna work. That's the thing. Like I did a video of a trailer breakaway switch. It was the shittiest, simplest video I ever fucking made. And it got on Google search or whatever. It's got like 700 fucking views. I was going to take the video down because I thought it was shit. So that's the thing. I mean, Neil has got the right idea. Just non-fucking stop posting content after content. And who knows, something will fucking grab. I mean,
it will. It will.
My launch scan tool video has like 7,000 or 8,000 views.
That's how I found your channel, actually. That's exactly like that was one of the first videos that popped up as soon as I subscribed to you. But it's just that. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Like Neil, I don't know how Neil does it. The fucking guy, he cranked out a video a day. Like I can't keep like 3 videos a week straight in my fucking head. He is cranking videos out like I have never seen before. He's like, share. The guy's putting out album after fucking album. How are you doing it? Like, how do you keep it up?
Like,
are you getting burnt out?
It's good content though. Like, I am getting views.
But I mean, hey, it's like McDonald's. You keep serving out those shit hamburgers, people are gonna fucking line up for them eventually.
Thanks, buddy.
I actually started doing that. I started cranking out. I'd do like 4 or 5 videos a day, and then I'd spend hours editing. And then at one point in time, I ended up having like 35 videos scheduled to release, 1 every week for like several months.
Yeah,
that's basically what I do, and I found it much more enjoyable that way. Is like I don't film, but maybe 2 or 3 days a month, and then when I'm out at work, I take my time to edit.
Yeah, just like everybody else. When you're out at work, edit your fucking videos.
That is true. That is one benefit I have.
I mean,
I don't edit.
That's your trick. You're so fucking smooth.
That if I didn't edit
some of my videos,
they'd be about an hour and a half long.
I didn't edit some of my videos. Some of my videos are straight raw. I don't normally edit mistakes out of my videos either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
fuck
find in my videos, if I don't edit, like I'll do a drill teardown. Like I have a DeWalt 60-volt teardown that's coming. It was a fucking hour long. No one's gonna sit there and listen to this fucking retard take apart a drill for an hour. Like I have to edit myself, or it's unwashable. But
Well-
Neely, man, he's getting her. He's getting to the point. I think it's just he doesn't know how to edit. He just doesn't know how to work the technology. So he's committed to it. I'm just one take, baby. That's fucking it.
Well, shit, some people can and some people can't. I mean, me, I'm the same way. I'll say the same thing 4 times in 4 different ways.
Yeah.
And so when I'm editing it, I'm like, well, let me just say this once. And
Yeah,
we'll move
I do
on.
that a lot, Brad. I'll do a video and then I'll explain it in several different ways because I'm trying to cater to some of the, I don't know how you would say it, but the morons in the world that may not understand it technically.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much my jam. I'm a moron guy. What can I say? Like I've been.
I'll tell you whose
Has-
channel I've really been enjoying, and I think his channel is going to take off. It just, like I said, it depends on the videos. Client graphics. Yep.
Chris,
Good.
you're talking about Chris.
Dude's well spoken, good editing, to the point.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was looking at I was watching one of his videos the other day. He gets a lot of views, but he doesn't have subscribers, which blows my mind. And I was looking at that fucking video. I'm like, holy, what has he got? Like 15, 20,000 subscribers. He's got like, a couple thousand or whatever. It's
Yeah.
Who's that?
unbelievable. Client graphics.
Oh yeah, man. Like
Yeah, killing it.
he has awesome videos.
Yeah.
The other channel though, there's one channel that do I have to say the name or do you guys kind of know?
You're going to have to say the name.
I don't know what the
'cause-
fuck you're talking about.
You know that one song?
Yeah.
By the way, do you guys think that was funny? No, probably not. All right. So like VCG, right?
Yes.
VCG Construction.
Yeah, you go by their numbers, right? They have
87,000.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, 88,000
Holy
subscribers.
shit. Last time I saw one of their videos, they
I
were
was
at
thinking that. Yeah.
30.
Like 5, right? But then you look at their videos, their views is like 3,000. And then you look in their comments, it's like 500.
I mean, I'll be the one who says it. Obviously, they're buying subscribers. It's a sponsored channel. I don't think they've made any bones about it. You're telling me a fucking construction worker is going to sit there with a perfectly manicured fucking beard, clean as a fucking whistle, and talk cool? No, that doesn't fucking happen. I know construction workers. They smell like shit. They look like shit. They eat shit. That's the type of people they are. Milwaukee found these fucking guys off the street. They dusted them off. They threw some fucking car hoods on them. Said, "Go test some fucking tools. Here's $100,000 a year." And it's fine, good for them, and I will never ever give anyone fear for making money. But I mean, there's obviously it's not a real fucking channel. You can watch it for the entertainment purposes, but I'm not going there to watch tour. Like that battery video, that DeWalt battery video was so fucking stupid that I almost unsubscribed. Oh, are you using the fucking DeWalt? I mean, Antonio, like you can't. It's fucking impossible to put 60 volts through these 20-volt tools.
Right.
Or are they breaking your fucking tools? Like clickbait, like what's that other
That's-
guy that I can't fucking stand? Scotty Kilmer, clickbait fucking
Scotty
central.
Kilmer, yeah.
Like, come on, guys. Like, you
Scotty-
got a good thing going. Like, keep some integrity for fuck's sake. It's like, Jesus
John,
Christ.
Scotty Kilmer used to make good videos, and then now it became I'm lazy and I'm just gonna post scheduled videos like 6 every freaking day or some shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't even
Yeah.
he doesn't even do his videos anymore. He literally sits there, makes like 20, 30 videos a day, and then just schedules them to release every day.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he does a live stream, then he gets his son to cut it up, and that's all. And that's fine. I've been subscribed to that fucking guy since like 2010. Like I was fucking there when he had first started, like 50,000 subscribers.
And if you also think about it, he has a quorum with Chris Fix, and Chris Fix is the same fucking way. He just does 20, 30 videos a freaking day, and then he schedules them to be released.
Yeah. I don't watch a lot of big, like even Eric the Car Guy. I don't watch. I watched South Main Auto is the biggest automotive channel that I watch. AVE, I would say, is probably the biggest channel.
You're talking about Eric from South Main Auto, yeah.
Eric, yeah, that's a great. That's my favorite automotive channel, and AVE is about a million subscribers. I watch him. Actually, Electro Boom. I just started watching.
I watch Eric the Car Guy, but I'm also a part of his forum. I help people on the forum.
Okay. Yeah, no, I watched a few of his. I watched him years and years ago when he was doing DIY stuff in
What's
his
up,
garage.
Brad?
And it was great.
Back when he was in that little ass tiny garage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was the last time I really watched him, and now like it's funny because like I was 17 when I started on YouTube, and I was subscribing to these guys. They have all gotten old, and now I've gotten like to get towards middle age.
Wait,
So
fuck,
it's like
you were
weird to see everybody-
17?
I was 17 when I got on YouTube originally. Yeah,
Jesus Christ, man.
earlier
Yeah.
than that, maybe 16.
I actually have a few quorums about VCG Construction or Vince, because his name's Vince.
Yeah.
Vince Pence,
But I was ecstatic like a scroll girl when he subscribed to my channel.
Wait. Can I just say one thing? And like I don't want to do this. Every channel here is trying to do their own thing, and I'm not going to disparage BCG from doing their own thing. Do I agree with everything? No, but they do have a great channel. They hustle for what they got, and I mean, yeah.
I do have to admit, Vince does have a good question and answer segment, live stream segment,
And
where
not only
people
that,
ask
man,
him
like-
questions.
But you know what pissed me off, and the reason I
on my
stopped
channel,
watching VCG,
they'll show up and leave a comment here and there. So like
Yeah, but
88,000
it's not them.
subscribers.
That's the thing, right? Like they have a whole. That's the type of channel that has like a PR person or a PR.
I know, man, but think
Yeah.
about it. I have
Right?
a, I
You know
Like,
damn well that when he does tool head to heads, it's not accurate.
Oh,
Because
fuck
I can
yeah.
tell you for a fact when Nick is holding the damn drill, he's holding it wrong.
Well,
limp wrist.
that's the only thing though is the guys that like Vince is a professional user of those tools. Every other guy that they got is not. But
Well, that was like my complaint to you, Neil, about your friend
yeah, I know.
holding
yeah.
the drill ass backwards. Of course, he's going to be slower than you. He's holding the drill wrong.
honest to
weekend.
God, everybody that comes on the VCG channel kind of reminds me of old building inspectors I used to see.
That pretty much sums it up. A lot of highway suspender dudes that are there to like I saw. That's funny because that channel is a monster channel, and the only reason I watch it is because Neil told me about it, and I subscribed to them through him. Which is
God,
hilarious.
thank you so much,
And
John.
I haven't because I think I'm a lot like you, Brad. Is I don't like watching people that are phony. If I want something polished and fake, I'll watch fucking TV. That's what it's there for. But I
Right.
go there and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like this is like, Tim the Toolman Taylor fucking polished up.
Home improvement.
Used car salesman style. I can't. I don't have time for it. I want to fucking see, is this thing a piece of shit? Is it worth spending my hard-earned fucking money on? Or are you just gonna like beat some like that fucking Milwaukee goddamn walk around horseshit jerk off festival they had last week? Every single thing that I had was plugged up with this. Oh, this red. You gotta look at red. And they make fine tools. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
like, fuck, like how much money?
Yeah,
are they
you're referring to Tool Boss and freaking Hard Knocks Forge
It was
and Vince from
insane.
VCG Construction,
Holy shit!
Tool Review Zone, and probably like 7 other channels that did that stupid Milwaukee crap. And I literally left a comment and left in the first 2 seconds.
They're getting steaks. That's unlike you, Antonio. They're getting steaks and back rubs. It's like, how the fuck are you supposed to be, independent and give me an honest fucking review? They're getting HJs in the corner, and like they're getting, Filipino girls giving them foot rubs. How is this a legitimate tool review when you get it something in their hand?
Yeah,
Let me ask
Brad
all
and
y'all
I
something.
actually we kind of agreed on this. Is it's like Milwaukee does make great tools, but the shit that's out there.
What
on them,
was Brad's comment about? He wanted to say something about VCG Construction
Yeah.
and why he stopped watching.
Sorry,
Oh.
Brad.
Well, we're past that. I got a better question.
No.
I got a question for all y'all.
No.
All
State
y'all-
that and then go forward.
I want to ask y'all with the Milwaukee thing, because this is something I think about when I see other channels like this. If they asked you to go, would you go?
No,
To that festival thing.
Yeah.
waste of
I
time.
would- I would say the only way I would say yes, I'm there if they let me bring my tools and start pulling shit apart. 100%. If they said, yeah, here's some fucking tools, here's a back room, go nuts. Perfect. Yeah, I'd go every day of the week. But other than that, I like we have some guys that come to town. They have their big fucking Milwaukee 10 sale at one of the dealers here that sells a lot of their tools. And I go there and they're car salesmen selling me drills. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just want to drill sheetrock, for fuck's sakes. Like, why does it need like a marketing style and a, like, just sell me a fucking drill that works. That's all I give a shit about. Spend less money on advertising, spend more money on your product. That's my opinion.
I do have an opinion about Milwaukee. They make good tools, but I'm not like amongst all these other channels. I'm not getting free fucking tools to do reviews on. and you hear this crap from VCG Construction all the time. Well, if I did a paid review or I got a tool for free, I'd tell you. But I don't believe that crap because they're showing tools on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Power tools. You're talking about power tools like the DeWalt kit I bought that I showed recently on one of my videos. That kit cost me $240 something. It retails for $399. I just showed it because I got a good deal on it. But you're talking about a channel that's supposedly loves DeWalt. But he's dissing DeWalt because DeWalt supposedly sucks now.
Can I chime in here?
We're taking over. Sorry, Neil.
First of all, VCG does not rock any equipment that they don't like. They reach out to Skill or whatever, and if they don't respond, they won't test it, which I think is bullshit.
But the problem with that is Vince is always claiming that he buys these tools he does reviews on.
No.
Well, if that's the case, then he should be buying Skill and everything else.
I'm agreeing with you. I think you should buy Bosch. You should buy Skill. You should buy all. That's why I started my channel, is to test those tools against name brand tools. And the other thing is we talk about they talk about Milwaukee and stuff. Makita is right there with them, man. Like I
agree.
Very, very solid tools. Like their impact driver, they have not changed in 10 years, and people will go buy a new one without hesitation because it
you don't change a design if it works.
Right, exactly. 100%. It works.
We have a high torque Makita at the shop, brushed, mind you. It's 5 years fucking old. They bought the tool used, and it works. We use it every single day. They're incredible tools. Their battery technology is it's a little bit behind. They don't have the outright power.
It is.
But longevity, you can't fucking beat them. They're a great tool. The DeWalt that I just took down, it changed my opinion on them, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be switching over to Makita my next round of fucking tools. I'm in no rush to buy more tools, that's for fucking sure, but I'm going to go with Makita.
This is my point about Makita, too, and this is why I took it away from AVE, is they've been owned by the same company or the same people for 75 years. So, like, they
so is Black and Decker.
Yeah.
Well, but
Black & Decker is now owned by Stanley.
But Black & Decker bought, Stanley, Black & Decker bought Craftsman because they know fanboys will buy Craftsman. They came out with FlexVolt because they know that was the only way.
I disagree on the Craftsman. I think the Craftsman was better made when it was sold by Sears and it was made by whoever Sears Roebuck made. Craftsman at Lowe's and Stanley, in my opinion, is crap.
Do you see how much they're trying to sell the ratchets for?
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, thank you, Brad. Holy fucking shit. I went to a Lowe's the first time because I wanted to check this tools. Everybody's talking about them. I was like, why the fuck? You could almost buy Snap-on, for Christ's sakes, for what they're charging for the skinny ratchet.
Traveled 10 hours, by the way, for that Lowe's.
I did, actually. I had to take a fucking kayak for that Lowe's. It sure wasn't worth it, I tell you that.
The problem I have, I don't necessarily disagree with Stanley or have a gripe about Stanley. Stanley made some great tools back in the day.
Oh, fuck yeah,
but
they did.
I've had some more recent Stanley tools that they didn't even hold up to 5 minutes worth of use in an automotive setting. And to be honest, a lot of my dad's older tools that he had from Black & Decker and Stanley, they were the old drills that were freaking steel.
Yeah. They'll break your shoulder before they break anything else.
Yeah, and my dad was talking about a Stanley drill that he has the other day when I went to go visit him. And he forgot
What
about the
fuck
drill,
is jump
but
from
it
work?
electrocuted the shit out of him when he picked it up.
It's Mosquito City here, guys. Fuck off. Listen.
It was probably delayed because I saw it on the
Yeah, I know.
YouTubes.
It's crazy. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm getting fucking eaten alive here. I want to thank you for having me on. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. I'm gonna get a fucking plug in. Neil, don't you cut me off. 3 p.m. on the West Coast, 6 p.m. on the East Coast. Myself and Dirty Old
Dirty
Ron.
Ron.
We're gonna have a live stream over on my channel. So anyone down below, go check that out. Shout out Saturdays coming tomorrow. We got some cool shit there, and I got a lot of tool hauls, breakdowns, all that kind of shit coming. So, and I appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much. It's been fucking
I'll
incredible.
see you there, Junk.
Jump from Work's actually going to plug me in on the shout out.
Yeah, exactly. Right. We'll see you later, boys.
All right.
Later, buddy.
No, but talking about the old school Black & Decker tools, dude, I try to pick those up at garage sales anytime I see them.
Yeah. They were made better back then, and then you see some of these new Black & Deckers like the Matrix series, and I don't fault Neil for testing that against DeWalt and other brands, but when you're working on something like automotive scenario, those drills aren't going to hold up to crap.
No. And see, that's a big thing between, to me,
Wait,
my opinion.
Hold on real quick. Which
talking...
one? Which one are we talking about?
I'm talking about that 12 volt and that I think 18 volt Black & Decker Matrix drill you were doing a video on.
Okay, yeah.
Now, here's my opinion.
I think they're good for like wood, stuff like that, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Brad, what you got, brother?
My opinion on cheap power tools versus expensive power tools is more the durability than anything. It's not about, I mean, most drills are going to drill. Most impacts are going to break bolts. It's when you drop the fucker 10 feet off a ladder, or if you're pissed off and you chunk it across a shop, is it going to break? I can tell with my Ryobi tools compared to my old DeWalt set. Yeah, if I drop this Ryobi drill, it's not going to take as hard of an impact and stuff as
or you also can look at it at the other aspect, Brad. If say you got done fixing something, you put it on the ground because you went to go grab a drink or something, you forgot it was there and you ran it over with your truck.
Yeah, that would be a sad moment. So what'd you run over?
I ran over an old Bosch stick.
Oh, no shit. And it lived?
That one I did that 7-year review on. I ran the impact driver over and it still runs.
I'll have to look at that. I don't think I saw that one.
I have those. I actually just gave them to my dad. But
the dual set that you get from Walmart?
Yeah. And I use them for a framing job and a couple other jobs, and those things fucking are beasts.
Yeah. Now, funny story. I did that recent video on the drill driver and the impact, the drill hammer drill for the DeWalt. I used it the first day, just the impact driver, and I had a bunch of grease on my hands from working on the vehicle. I took some alcohol to clean the grease off of it, and it wiped the fucking DeWalt emblem right off of it.
DeWalt's gone so far downhill, man. I was a DeWalt guy for so long, too.
They never really put much into their innovation after they came out with the FlexVolt. And now they're starting at the extreme 12 volt or whatever, but they're just trying to catch up.
But nobody wanted their 12 volt shit when they made it a few years ago.
No, they didn't have a line.
They didn't have a line. Yeah, exactly. Like Milwaukee tapped into that shit. That's the one thing I'll give Milwaukee credit for. They tapped into that shit hardcore, and they did a very good job at the 12 volt.
What choices do you have with 12 volt? You got Bosch and you got Milwaukee. That's really it with a good line. I think if Ryobi went into a 12 volt, being at their prices, they could tear up the market, man.
Fucking A right, man. They are very good at inventing things, or like just coming up with shit that people want to see.
I think, to be honest, I think Ryobi's the only one with a USB power source that has the option of a house plug on it.
Yeah.
I don't think
I know what you
anybody
mean.
else does that.
No. And, and it's on their 18 volt, and apparently it's going to cross over to their 40 volt platform. So,
What's up, Chris?
See, that would be handy. I'd like to see what they could end up
There we
what kind of
go.
power they could invert.
we got clients graphics with us.
Oh, the new up and comer. You know who
What's
you
up,
remind me
Chris?
of, client? Your videos kind of remind me of the beginnings of Real Tool Reviews, or when I started watching Real Tool Reviews.
Well, thank you.
I love the work smarter, not harder. That is genius.
Tool Review Zone has some pretty good reviews too.
Yeah, I like them.
Are they from Pittsburgh? Tool? I know one of them are.
No. I think no. Vince is from Jersey, I think.
Yeah, he's from Philly.
Philly. And Jersey, because he has a company in Jersey.
Yeah, that's right. And then
Tool Review Zone, I think, is from Minnesota or something like that.
I gotta check in. I know one of them because one of them went to that Milwaukee thing, and they were driving to Pittsburgh International Airport to go there.
I think that was Tool Review Zone.
Yeah, that was Tool Review Zone, yeah.
All right, yeah. So I think there's some. I have to check him out or them and see if they're close to me.
I like the big tool channels I like and trust pretty much is Tool Review Zone. I like Pro Tool Reviews.
Are not Forge?
Well, I'm talking about big channels.
Oh, big channel.
I
like Workshop Addict.
I don't watch him or her or whoever it is.
It's a
I've
guy.
heard of them.
Two guys, and they're pretty honest, man. They work shit and they rip shit apart. They have like 100,000 subscribers, but they don't. I don't think they BS you on anything. What do you guys think?
Workshop Addict, I actually don't think he bullshits anybody because I actually made a comment on one of his videos and he did that tear apart of that skill miter saw, and I got flack for my comment because I ended up commenting on Tool Review Zone when he did the rigid Octane versus rigid Gen 5X.
Oh, fuck Octane.
The circular saw, and a lot of people were complaining about the Octane cutting out on the circular saw. So I had made a comment just verifying that Workshop Addict's channel and a couple other channels had the same issue. And I got some dude that posted a comment to my comment calling me a bag or something. No, he called me something to do with the fact that, oh, I'm sorry for talking shit about your girlfriend. I'm like, he's not my girlfriend. I just agreed with his opinion.
He's not my girlfriend. He's my wife, bitch.
Hey.
Well,
but you get a lot of flack because you make a comment agreeing that, yeah, I've seen people have this problem, and then 20 other channels show you the same problem. And this one guy, I think he was just stuck on rigid. Because he's like, well, I have the Octane 7 1/4 saw, and I've never had any issues. They just don't know how to do the video.
See, and that's the thing, too, that I don't get about people's negativity towards getting free tools. People are going to review a tool they got for free, as long as they're not getting paid, because I do think that's a conflict of interest to review a tool you're paid for. You can promote a tool, but you can't review one.
Right.
But you're going to judge a tool that you got for free more harshly than anything you ever bought because you try to justify the things you bought, that you're not a dumbass for buying a piece of shit drill or, it's just human nature.
I get contacted all the time by these Chinese companies. Will you do a video, blah, blah, blah.
Don't do it.
And then, the first thing they do is they're like, okay, well, we'll send it to you if you do a video. I could go ahead and send it. I give them my address. It never shows up. The next thing you get is an email stating, You need to buy it on Amazon first. No, motherfucker, you want my opinion, you send me the tool.
Yep.
Period.
Well,
I'm not paying for it.
I'll say this about rigids. I bought into them and I quickly got out of them because all they do, they have a very small lineup, in my opinion. Good for a contractor. They're good tools, but they come out with the same impact drill, different version every year, and that's their big thing. And it's
Right.
like, you got to offer more, a little bit more.
I've never used the rigid cordless tools, honestly. I've
They're
used a lot
not
of
bad.
their corded tools, their table saws, I got their joiner.
I
but-
do want to get Chris in here real quick. I want to congratulate him on 1,000 subscribers. That's a hell of an accomplishment. And how's that
What?
feel?
Well, Neil, what I really like about your channel is that you buy some of those things that I'm not going to buy. So you come out with this 25-volt drill. Who comes up with those things? I appreciate you doing a review on that because that's not something I'd normally get or buy.
Hey, Chris, we were talking a while back. Did you ever find out the proper wheels for that cart?
Yeah, I got them downstairs in the basement.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, they're sitting in a box, man.
Well, I remember I spoke to you about it, and I told you when I contacted them that the wheels that you told me about were actually for the old 40-inch tool carts.
Yeah.
And then you said you were going to have to contact them and find out more, and I just never heard back from you about it.
Yeah, I'll go get him and show you.
Yeah, that drill, by the way, just so you guys know, Junk for Work just chimed in. It is just 20 volt. I put a meter on it, and I got 20.3 volts on 2 different meters. So they just slapped a 25 volt sticker on the fucking thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's probably 25 volt max,
Peak.
23 volt standard.
Yeah. Yes.
You wouldn't believe
somewhere around
this.
there.
I just broke my fucking Steelman ratchet.
What?
I was so excited.
What?
You shouldn't have said anything. Just sell it to Antonio.
Look at this thing. I felt something hit my leg, and there's a little bitty screw that holds this collar on.
Fucking A, man.
That's somewhere on my shop floor right now.
Now, I guess all I'm going to offer you now is about
You still want it?
Brad, I don't want this to deter you from any future live streams here.
I'll be right back. I gotta find that fucker.
I don't blame you.
Well,
All
Brad,
right, Chris, where's our journey there, buddy?
Brad, you can do it. 99% of people didn't know that Steelman. The
Holy shit! I found it.
Fucking
Oh.
A, right.
That's a 1 in a million. It's probably like a Torx -2 bit. All right, sorry, we were looking at wheels. I didn't mean to interrupt.
All right, so Antonio, these are the stock fixed casters.
Yep.
You can see the plate on there.
Yep.
And then this is the one that we ordered that came off the, what was it, the 44-inch cart?
It was a 40-inch cart, their original 40-inch cart.
Yeah. So the caster wheel itself is a little bit bigger, but the plate lines up 100%. I don't know if you can see the holes.
Okay.
I like that new caster wheel. That looks real smooth.
Yeah, so Antonio, I was actually thinking about that today, and since I do already have 4 swivel casters on mine, I just have so much stuff in the backlog for videos. I do owe you a set of wheels for that, and then I'll do the other one as a giveaway. But
Okay.
these wheels are definitely way better than the stock ones, no matter which way you slice it or dice it for the swivel.
Yeah, I do need to put the swivels on the other side because I can't stand the fixed wheels on the other side because when I want to move the cart, I literally have to spend 30 minutes backing it into a wall. It's annoying.
Yeah, and I mean,
The orange cart.
that's one of the things I love about Harbor Freight is that they don't always help you out with things. But if you wait on the phone for customer service for 15 minutes, I literally was on the phone with them, got a person online, and they went through the process, and they even pulled up the diagrams for the parts off of that 40-inch cart, emailed me the pictures of them, And then I took those and went to Garage Journal and posted on Garage Journal and had somebody come back and measured the 40-inch Series 1 cart for me. And it was actually one of the guys that took the casters off of 2 of the boxes and built them into the wall. And did a bunch of other crazy things. And he's like, oh crap, I got just one of these. I got like 8 wheels sitting here. You should have told me. I would have sold them to you. And in the end, I ended up buying them, referenced the parts, referenced the base plates, drew a picture, put it on Garage Journal. And typically 99% of the time, Chris is right. This was another time when I was right. So, yep, I will get some casters out.
All right. Yeah, I totally forgot about it. I think we probably both forgot about the conversation, and then we just went about doing what we were doing, and it dawned on me because I went and I was showing my cart off earlier before you showed up, and then it dawned on me to ask about it.
Yeah, no problem. And that's the thing that I like about some of these live chats when you get multiple people on. You get a lot of perspective, you get a lot of insight, and you get a lot of knowledge of the little things that make life difficult. And then you put them together and you're like, aha, now I have this issue again. And to me, the rolling cartwheels are one of them. It's so simple to talk about.
Yeah.
But those are the things that we need to talk about.
Yeah, and I turned my orange cart into just a diagnostic electrical cart.
Yeah. I mean, it's hot as crap in my garage, and I wish I had a box fan, so I'm very jealous, Neil.
Someone actually said that they learned the Maintenance Man channel is verified by the box fan. you know you're here for a live stream when you see a fan in the picture, and it feels very nice. I don't know.
That's because Neil's wife kicked him out into the garage.
Yeah. She texted me like 20 minutes ago, said, keep it down here if I can keep the kids up.
Yeah, that's the thing I like about Neil. He's 100% a surprise, and I never would have expected him to go all night long. I mean, we're almost on another 3-hour live stream, and I mean, I commented on Brad's post when he was like, I'm doing a live stream with Neil, and I'm like, shit, this thing's gonna go all night long.
Brad literally was like, it's gonna be like an hour, right? I was like, yeah.
Yep. I love you,
Brad.
Brad.
He's not even talking because I think he's concentrating on that little tiny screw.
Hey.
Man.
I had to go find my old ass Husky set that I got like 3 sets of these from 3 different Christmases, I think.
Actually, Antonio, you have I'm pretty sure I saw in one of your videos you have the hyper tough like T handle and all that, the little stuff.
I don't think I have a hyper tough T handle.
No?
I have some hyper tough files and stuff.
Cause I was gonna say, because I have the same exact fucking thing that you had.
I have these right here.
I do want those hyper tough pry bars that are the same as the Craftsman or whatever.
Yeah, man.
I have these hyper tough files. I have the smaller files too, the really, really tiny files. The T handle that I have is a Craftsman, a speed handle.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
Dude, I've got those needle files from Hyper Tough too, and I am shocked at how good they were. I bought them in a pinch.
Yeah, they work really well. I was pretty shocked with them too. I think I only paid like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
Hey,
cheap as hell.
Chris, what did you just hold up there?
Oh, those were the pry bars that Brad was talking about.
Yeah, those are it.
Oh, I have pry bars, but I have Craftsman's and Pittsburgh pry bars.
That's my problem is I want those, but I've got so many fucking pry bars at my house that I can't figure out a reason to justify another one.
Here you go. I forgot about this, but this is an electrical toolkit.
Is that Weira?
Yeah.
I've seen
nice,
those.
man.
I never knew if I would like that, with the shanks.
Yeah, with all the
popping
different
out.
bits. How do you like that, Antonio?
They work pretty well. I haven't had any issues with them. They also have socket bits in them too.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. I mean, like, and was it you that had you bought an extra one, or was it someone else? There's someone else that did the weird. And they bought just the extra handle so they could double up the tool.
No, that was junk.
That's right.
That was junk that bought the extras.
I was tempted to get that Vera set or the set they had on sale. They still might have them on sale. I
bought this set brand new on eBay for like $60. It's actually like $190 set.
Yeah, they got the insulated set right now. They don't have any square tips, and that's the reason I probably didn't buy it. But they got 4 flats and 2 Phillips, I think, for $28.
Oh,
insulated.
This is the other hyper tough item I have. It's that little bit driver set that has the different shanks for the bolts.
I've seen the Klein version of that. I didn't know Hypertough made one though.
Vera. Like Schwarzenegger. Vera.
Well, I am like 100% German, so I gotta pronounce my W.
I've been using these Quinn screwdrivers for a while, and I'm pretty impressed with them.
I wasn't.
Audubon Dan, he has weird ratchets that actually seem pretty sweet. I don't know if you guys, Client Graphics, Chris, have you ever used them?
Yeah, he got the flip one from Doug Tool Collection Channel.
Yoda Doug.
Playing it, so that I wouldn't get flip one, but the other ones that they make have really tight tolerances are in really good ratchets.
They seem like compact, solid, well built.
Yep.
I can see if the flip one was super skinny or something, but I think Audubon Dan showed it, and it was damn near the same size as the.
I need to do a review on this Bosch stick grinder.
I use one of those at work. I use that exact grinder at work.
Yeah, this exact paddle grinder?
Yep, and it is a beast.
Yeah, it works really well. I just haven't done a review on it. I haven't done a review on this Porter Cable circular saw either.
Is that a corded one?
This one's a corded one, yeah. I bought it on a pinch at Tractor Supply for like $40. So I needed a circular saw for the day.
It's hard to beat a circ saw at $40. You know, they're all pretty much the same.
One thing I don't like about it is it's not a left-facing blade. But
yeah, that kills me too. A lot of people say, "Oh, if you're a fucking carpenter, you'll fucking use either side." But I'll tell you right now, everything I run's left-handed.
Really, I've never had a left-handed circular. So the blade on the left is usually on the cordless ones, I think.
Yeah, my fucking brain, for some reason, when I'm looking at making my cut, I can make a cut with the right-handed one, but when I look at the left-handed one, it's just a lot easier for me for some reason.
No,
you're talking about left-facing blade or right-facing blade?
Left-facing blade for me is a lot easier than the right-facing.
Yeah, to me, it's a right-handed tool, but it's facing on the wrong side, especially when you're trying to cut at specific angles.
Right, yeah.
You can't actually see what you're cutting.
It's kind of like when you're looking at like a bolt upside down or like right side up or whatever, and you're like trying to think in your head lefty loosey, righty tighty, but for some reason.
Who mentioned Essential Craftsman earlier?
Oh, a lot of people.
Yeah. I put one of his stickers up on the toolbox.
Hey, y'all want to see a circular saw I was sent to review?
Yeah.
I haven't made up my mind on it yet.
Oh, the Evolution series?
Yep, the multi-cut can cut steel or wood.
They have a chop saw too, right?
Yeah.
No, they did that to their miter saw. And yeah, they do have a chop saw, but their miter saw was actually specifically designed to cut metal.
Right, yeah.
And I'm actually about to build a frame for my joiner to put on wheels, but I've used it for wood so far, and I'm happy. I'm kind of scared to cut metal with it, to be honest with you. It just feels wrong.
There's that one channel the automotive guy that like kind of works from his truck.
Are you talking about Stephen Cox?
Yes, and then his buddy. What's his buddy's name?
Chucky 2009.
Yes, he did a review on that that evolution saw, and it wasn't too bad if you needed to get by.
Well,
Hey.
I've liked it for wood so far.
Hey,
So,
Brad,
I don't know.
here's a nice find for you. They don't make these anymore either.
I
These
do like the old
Armstrongs.
Armstrong. Yep, I got some impact
Indexables.
sockets I found. Oh man, did you see the indexable ratcheting wrenches that Junk from Work showed a couple videos back? I want those fuckers.
Yeah, I have the 1/2 inch, the 3/8, and I technically bought the 1/4 inch, but what Amazon sent me was a Matco.
I remember that video. Yeah, I don't have any kind of indexable thing like that, but those indexable ratcheting wrenches, I definitely saw a use for. As soon as
A
I
Gear
saw
Wrench
them.
just came out with a double jointed. That's supposed to mimic the Cornwell wrenches, where it's actually double jointed on the ratcheting side. Where's it at? They actually made Cornwell made a set of wrenches, just regular wrenches, but on the end where it ratchets, it actually is double jointed, so it actually can make an L.
Yeah, I think I saw them on eBay or something. I just
Yeah,
looked up ratcheting wrenches
Gear
and they
Wrench
came
just
up.
came out with them recently. And these are pretty hard to find too, which Napa made these. The indexable Allens.
Oh wow, no, I've never seen those. See, anytime I mess with
Chris,
Allens,
what are you drinking?
That's the Coors Light.
Yeah, buddy.
Kurs.
Light.
Good stuff.
I've been using these a lot lately. I need to do a review on these.
What is that?
They're kiwi
Easy Red?
pliers.
Oh, okay.
Easy Red kiwi pliers.
Well, I don't need those. I've got my Work Pros that do spread eagle and shit, man.
These are actually needle nose pliers, though.
No, they make needle nose that do this with the handles too.
Yeah.
And
Quack, quack. Yeah, and here's all my Cobras. I haven't done a video on these yet.
I still have never used a Knipex plier.
I have those, the Cobras.
I have I think it's the 4-inch all the way up to 12.
Yeah.
I can't pay for them, man. They're too damn expensive for what they are.
I found mine on Amazon for $80. I think actually under.
That's too damn expensive for me. I got channel locks that do an amazing job.
Yeah, well, the thing is channel locks, you can't beat them, man. They're solid pliers. I'm not going to deny that, but like a lot of times I have to get in on what the fuck, radiator. We have radiator heaters, and when you want to get down on the packing nut to tighten it up, the Knipex or whatever the fuck you call it, they have very
You said it right, Knipex.
No, it's Kaipox.
Heil Hitler. That's what they're called.
Somebody actually did a video on these pliers the other day. I think it was Buzzsaw, but he got them from like Channel Lock or something. Mine are Craftsman's.
Can those really hold any pressure? Like if you really had to pull on something?
Yeah, I've used these to actually pull on radiator hose clamps, and I've used them on trying to get the fuel line filter off my Excursion, and it took probably a good 60 or 70 pounds of force to get it off.
Hmm.
And they work pretty well.
See, I have the long needle nose, but I don't have the double jointed like that, so I gotta have plenty of room if I need them.
I also have them in the 90 degree also.
Yeah. Those are a lifesaver when you're pulling wire sometimes, especially by yourself, and you get that last fucking nipple and it's hanging up. Oh, can't tell you how many times I've dug in there with a pair of needle nose to get the wire.
And I have all these snap ring pliers I bought from Napa, which everybody's selling a version of this now.
I need a set. I've been
interchangeables.
looking, and I bought the Harbor Freight with the different heads as a something to get me by, but I would like to have a nice set. We had a set of Proto at work that were awesome. When I worked at
These actually have the interchangeable heads. You can take the heads out.
Yeah. I like
But
to just have a full-blown set. Like, I was looking at that Icon set, but I don't know if I'd really use it that much.
I have 3 different sizes. These are the 3 different sizes I have. Large, medium, and small.
Yeah, Channel Lock sells a version of those, I think.
Yeah, Channel Lock. These were out way before Channel Lock, and then Channel Lock recently released a set of these.
And see, I was looking at the Quins, too, that have the interchangeable tips. But I just know I'm going to lose them damn tips if I get that set.
Right. I leave the tips. The tips come in a little package. I leave the tips in the drawer so I don't lose them.
I'll still lose it. I lose
I
everything.
I even have the cheap ones. These are from O'Reilly's. You just pull the bolt out and flip them around.
That's how Hyper Tough. I bought one for under $5, and they have like 4 different heads, and you just pull it out.
And
I
have a bunch of other Channel Lock style pliers. You know, just the old channel styles. These are Pittsburghs. I find myself using the Cobras more though.
Oh, I'm sure I would too if I had them. I just can't justify the price of them. You know, I don't have a specific need like Neil does, or.
I couldn't justify the price up until I decided I had to get a pair. I ended up buying like 1 pair for like $20.
The reason I bought mine was actually, I don't know if you guys ever watched Gnarly Carl, his YouTube channel, but he's a plumber, and he used them, and I was like, oh, and then I went on Amazon, $80 for a 4 set, not too bad for German fucking pliers. So that's the whole reason why I bought those.
I scooped them up off Amazon after I bought the 10-inch because that was the first one I bought, and I ended up finding a set of them on Amazon for like $50, and I had to buy them because I guess there was some kind of sale or something, and I think it was right when Knipex came out with the crescent wrench style.
Yeah.
And that's when I scooped them up because they were on sale.
I tell you what, I got these pliers right here. They're old-ass Channel Locks.
Oh, yeah, man.
At a garage sale. And they have become my most used pliers. The flat tip on them, and then there's slip joint too.
Yeah.
I don't know how I lived without these fuckers before.
Yeah, they can fucking grab onto anything.
Yeah, they're amazing. And they're beat to shit, but I still love them.
Do you guys ever go on eBay and search old new stock?
I do with my woodworking tools, but
I do that, yeah.
Yeah, just to see like what, or like type in Ace Hardware old new stock, see what their generic brand was, and like, may just buy something.
I've done a lot of eBay hauls where I bought some older tools off eBay for pretty cheap.
Oh, I get a ton of. I get my old woodworking tools off of eBay a little bit, but everybody thinks that because something's old, it's valuable as shit. It seems like so.
No,
right.
But I'm into weird tools now. So like I got this little plane here because y'all know I like my hand planes, but it's just got a weird mechanism here. It's not worth anything, but I think I paid $15 for it shipped.
It probably hurt to jerk off with that, right?
I'll send it to you. You let me know.
Hey, Brad, if you think you just made a comment, people think that they're worth more money because they're old. Get this. I'm looking for a microphone adapter that GoPro made specifically for the newer cameras. Because they're out of stock, people on Amazon and eBay think they're worth $500 to $700 when GoPro sold it for $50.
Huh. Dude, I see that shit. Right now, there's somebody near me that's selling the Ryobi 3-tool brushless kit they had during Christmas.
Right?
They were
$70.
selling it for $250 during
What?
Christmas, plus 2 free tools. Is what they're the Christmas special. You remember?
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Right.
You can get cheaper.
Let me finish, Neil.
All right, my bad.
So they bought like 3 or 4 sets of these, and I'm sure they're keeping the free tools. But now they're trying to sell the 3-tool combo for like $200 without even getting the 2 free tools, and that shit just kind of irritates me, man.
Yeah.
Well,
There's people out there that do fall for that shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a true story.
All right, so I'm gonna jump in here. Antonio, is it all right if I disconnect you? I'd like Chris from Client Graphics to be able to talk a little bit, and then eventually end up with Brad here, who I originally started with.
Brad's about to go to bed, bud. So.
Well, I know we're gonna try and, but you know, this has been really fun though.
Oh, you want to kick me out of the live chat, huh?
No, but I do have plans. I'd like to have you on in the future, but I just want to try and like cut it down and then cut down, because I mean, we've all been on for a while.
I'm tired.
You want to go, Brad?
I'll stay on for a little bit longer, but yeah, I'm gonna probably in the next 15-20 minutes I'm gonna be rolling.
All right, Antonio, are you cool with that?
Cool with what? If you want me to leave?
Oh, no, I don't. I'm trying to wind this down. I want Chris to be able to talk a little bit also.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Or you could stay on, just chill.
Stay on and
That's
shut
fine.
up, Antonio.
I wouldn't be talking, Brad, because I'm still waiting for a restoration video.
Oh man, I haven't
Yeah,
done
all
any
right.
restorations in a while.
Stay on. That's fine. That's no big deal. I just want to give Chris a little bit of time, and originally I was supposed to be here to interview Brad, but it's turned into a fun time though.
Brad don't like being interviewed. He's
Yeah,
stingy.
No, he
I
doesn't.
didn't know. I thought we were just coming to bullshit.
We are, aren't we?
Well, what do you got going on, client or Chris? Or I feel weird because I really don't know you by your name. What are you working on lately?
Well, I start my channel every day. You know, this is Chris. Welcome to my channel.
Really? I never caught that shit.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, you know, I love hand tools. You know, I started in dabbling with YouTube probably like 6 months ago. You know, I saw a couple Brad workshop videos about some Quinn tools. Saw some Antonio videos about Harbor Freight things. Now he's really into this GoPro stuff, which it's kind of funny because it's like, man, I already got all the Quinn stuff because, gosh darn it, Brad, if I did a video on all the 99% of all the shit that I bought from people on YouTube, you'd be one of them. I mean, right here, the maintenance man, I was telling him the other day, I've gone 25 years of my life and not owned a non-contact electrical tester.
Yeah.
And the maintenance man was saying, I've never been to Harbor Freight. And I was like, dude, I'll pop your cherry. I'm going to go get one of those non-contact AC testers. And the next day I was like, dude, I got it. Now you've partially been to Harbor Freight, living vicariously through me. But that's kind of what I do before. Then I started my channel, and now I get the opportunity to talk with you guys, and then really get to understand what everybody uses, see what I use, and see what's really the best out there.
So what's your background? Like, what's your profession? I've seen your cart and stuff like that, but I could never really tell if you're like automotive or some type of like everyday fleet tech, does airplanes and shit.
I really do. I'm an IT engineer, and so
Okay.
I focus on technology, process automation, and work with electronics. And so, well, that's my core focus right now. I mean, I really came up, I would like to think, like everybody, and had an opportunity of doing the wrong things in high school or doing the right things, depending on how you look at it. And I made money in high school by fixing all my friends' cars. And I continued to do that as I grew older and supported myself, going through a little bit of college and ending up with an associate's degree. I was a lube tech, and I basically did automotive maintenance for about 4 or 5 years through the full service gas station. And then after that, I kind of went down the road of doing maintenance work, and had about a 50 unit building that I helped upkeep with about 10 other house properties with my brother. And then after that, started doing engineering, and that's where I'm at now. So 25 years later, I have a little bit of everything, and I like to give my 2 cents and like to help people at the end of the day, not go through the same problems I had, not spend money on things that they don't need, so that, how does it go, Neil? Work smart, not harder.
Yeah.
See, I'll be honest, I've only been watching your channel a month at the most, but I've seen your name and I've seen you in chats. I never knew you were a tool channel, because Client Graphics, I don't think, oh, he probably does tool reviews.
Client graphics sounds kind of like somebody that prints T-shirts.
That's exactly what it was for. So I think it was 7 or 9 years ago. I had this wild hair that I just hated life, hated my job, wanted to do something different, and was going to go buy a graphics franchise, and was going to do decals and window logos and signs. And I worked with the business for about a month and was like, ooh, this sucks. This is tough. I'm going to have to be a business owner, a sales guy, and the do-it-all-your guy. And that's really what I was already doing. And I didn't want to do that again and have to worry about running a business and having a family, kids. And so that wasn't for me. And I just needed to work for somebody else so that I could pay my bills. So that's Client Graphics. That's why I've never changed it, because I wanted to do that. But the whole time, you know, I've always loved tools and love working on things, and have a lot of projects that I never finished, but enough tools to fix it 10 times over.
Yeah, I actually jumped from work, put you up maybe 2 months ago in the shout out. Was that correct?
I think that might be whenever I actually clicked on the channel.
Yeah, and you know, if you listen to the channel or hear the name, you don't think tools, and then you go watch it, and it's freaking amazing.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of a small world, because it's like I really started with the small engine nation. I don't know how I got to it. It was like the dead of winter. And I was like, well, shoot, I got to pull out my snowblower. Let's see if this thing starts after a year. Crap, I didn't even drain the gas on it. God, I'm an idiot. So I was like, well, shoot, the requirements to be in small engine nation was just to freaking basically know somebody that has an engine and sign me up. So then before I know it, you know, I see Brad's channel, and then before I know it, you know, I'm over at Jay Young's channel, and there's Antonio, and then before I know it, there's Junk from Work, and then there's the Maintenance Man. So, well, YouTube is a big community and people upload tons of stuff. It's like I go out now and think of like Autobahn Dan. So somebody in one of my videos was like, hey, did you get that from Ace? I'm like, yeah. And I actually did a video on my return, but I haven't had time to post it. And that was like a week and a half out. And I'm already having an opportunity to think about things. Every time I go to Harbor Freight and I pick up a Quinn item, it's like I think about Brad's Workbench. I think about you, Brad. Every time I look at my service cart, it's like, gosh darn it, I owe Anthony some wheels, and I owe everybody in the community the opportunity to look at those wheels. And now every time I think about electricity and AC current, it's going to be thinking about the Maintenance Man.
Yeah,
I'm
technically,
the wrong person.
I'm everywhere.
Yeah, that is nice. There, I mean, and you've hit 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty impressive.
You know, it was really just dumb luck. I mean, I'll tell you, like I said, I love tools. I'm like, holy crap, nobody's gone around Lowe's and talked about the Craftsman tools. And I think sometimes we always want to talk positive about things, but really to me, my heart hurts every time I see Craftsman and I don't see USA on it. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. The reason being is because the Craftsman brand to me brings back memories of when I worked on automotive with my father that passed away in 2003. And so it's very sentimental to me. And to see where that brand has morphed over time really, really pulls at my heart because I have a memory to it. And so that's why the Craftsman brand is so important to me, is because I want it to succeed. And I love it so much, but that's where I'm so disappointed with where it's at now. And the video that I did, I had no idea that it was going to do 70,000 views. And that really just kind of started the launching of my channel, and where it's like I want to focus away from that, but it doesn't really matter because I love tools in general. So there's so many different tools that I can hit on, and even Napa. So like Napa was a niche that wasn't even touched on really on YouTube a whole lot. And I brought the Real Deals Q1 out, and seriously did like 15,000 views on that too. And it was like, you got to look at where the void is and really just see what people want and throw it out there. Because the biggest thing is if you don't do it, just like Neil, you mentioned that you had not been on, well, you've been on YouTube for like 2 years or something like that, but you just didn't do anything. And now you really threw yourself out there, and holy crap, man, in 3 months, you've doubled, you've tripled where your channel's at. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride. I'll definitely say I apologize. Or, that's tough to have a parent pass. But I'm with you on the Craftsman brand. So a lot of my outdoor tool stuff or lawnmowers and all that, I bought 10 years ago when Sears was doing good, and I expected to always have them there. And it's sad the turn they've taken, and not only that, but they've sold it back to the guy that created that whole turn.
Did they sell Stanley sold Craftsman back?
No, but the guy who fucked Sears was able to buy Sears back, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The problem is 90% of all the Sears stores had closed, so it was kind of pointless.
Well, he bought all the stores from a different company, so he owns the rental right of them, and so the way I look at it, when you look at companies like that, Sears, that iconic, and they go out of business, maybe they have to spend 5-10 years in major cities to rebuild their brand. Like, you can't just like allow them to just start popping up stores and all that crap.
I don't think Sears is going to reboot though, because the
Craftsman's gone.
The problem with the Sears was a lot of people that now have a problem with Sears had a problem with the idiot that fucked it up.
Yeah, Eddie Lampier.
Yeah.
But I'm with Chris on this. Is like that was growing up for me. That was that and old Black and Decker was the brands. And
Porter Cable too. Porter Cable.
Yeah.
Same way.
Yeah. And they're just all gone. They're all thrown in and shot to shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of stockpiled on a lot of things. So it's like, I can only show you so many sockets, but I mean, I have 4 of them. So, I mean, the only thing I can say now, the one thing that I've learned, and if you can afford it, It might not be there again. Buy 2 of them, because you might not get the opportunity to get it again. And if you only buy one, so like Brad, you were looking at that Steelman ratchet there. It's like you can't get that anymore. If you do break that, you don't know what you're going to get back. And the reality is well, people still offer a lifetime warranty. You guys might hate me for this, but I'm going to be honest with you, because this is firsthand experience. That ratchet from 1946 was a Snap-on. It wasn't the exact head that they were able to put in it, but Snap-on does have a lot of products that you can still get, and they warranty and they maintain it. And so I was able to keep that 1946 ratchet going. I can't do that with Craftsman. I can't do that with Stanley. I can't do that with Steelman. Right. So the one thing, while you are buying a warranty, you just don't know what you're necessarily going to get.
I mean, Stanley's warranty is lifetime, but you have to send the tool. It's a long process to get that all dealt with.
Well, it's really not, Neil. So it depends on what the Stanley product is, and I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
When Stanley went to Walmart, they made the process super easy. You simply just need to call the 1-800 number, and 9 times out of 10, they won't even make you send the item back. They'll just drop ship you one out, and you'll have it, depending on where you're located at, in 3 to 7 business days.
It's really good.
Why do I know that? Well, because you know what? If you watch my channel, I broke some ratchets and shit like that. I've done that in the past before. Just didn't have YouTube as a platform to do it. But yeah, you can simply, there's nothing truly stopping anybody from just randomly calling up Stanley and being like, yeah, ratchet, yeah, I broke this tool, send me a new one. Because again, 9 times out of 10, it's like a lottery. They're not going to ask you to ship it back because that costs them more money. And they already build into this tool sales, just like Harbor Freight does.
Right.
At least replacing the tool once, if not twice.
Now, and you mentioned Craftsman, like in the last video you made, to replace the ones you broke or that were broken. I know Ace had a very easy go in, get out, but say if you had something from 1996 Craftsman, what do you do?
Well, you're going to take it back to, for me,
Lowe's.
right now, Ace is the easiest one. Lowe's, I'm shooting 50-50. So while I did have Lowe's swap out that socket, no questions asked, they let me keep the old one, which they shouldn't normally do, but that's how Stanley Black & Decker does. They don't want the item back.
Right.
So that's really what the warranty should have been, and that's how they should have done it. Now, I haven't released my video because I'm still working with Lowe's on trying to get everything correct. But I've called corporate like 3 times. The second time that I went to return those ratchets, and when I say return them, I'm not really returning them. I'm doing what is a satisfaction. If it fails for any reason to give you satisfaction, it's guaranteed. So regardless of whether I abused the tool or broke it, it didn't meet my satisfaction per se. So we're using that term loosely. But needless to say, when I went back to the Lowe's store, they lost their cue cards that tell them about the warranty process. So I was very frustrated about that, needless to say. And the funny thing is that typically, when I put on a nice shirt or something like that and go in, they're usually like, our process. Are you from corporate or something? And they're like, why do you have a camera? And so like they're all freaking out. And literally they had the general manager from the store come over. And he finally was just like, yeah, we're just going to give you a gift card for the items, and then we're going to repurchase them. And 25 minutes later, my life was gone, and I was about ready to kill myself and say, this isn't worth it. No. Not everybody should have to deal with this to get a lifetime warranty, because the warranty on that product was $15 worth of my time, or $10 worth of my time, or somebody else that I could have helped with.
And the problem with Lowe's on top of that is that technically when Stanley allowed the Craftsman line in Lowe's, Stanley flat out told them that they have to allow the warranty process, and Lowe's isn't following it like they should be.
No, they're not. So I also did call Stanley and talked to a couple of their people about that too. Now the problem isn't with Stanley; it's really with Lowe's. So Lowe's computer system is really antiquated. So if you guys have ever worked with,
their system's still running DOS, from what I know.
Yeah, like mainframe kind of thing, and they literally have to go in and they have to do administrative override on those items because they want to have a receipt. And if they don't have a receipt, they're going to ask you for a driver's license. And they have to do an administrative override if you don't give them a driver's license. And 9 times out of 10, they don't know that, or don't know how to do it, or don't want to do it until you push hard. If you give them your driver's license, you're going to get put on their do not return list as a repeat offender if you were to bring back too many items. How many of those items are, I can't tell you, because it's just like the Google algorithm for YouTube.
That's something I don't like about Home Depot either. You buy a tool and have it shipped to the store on like the Home Depot app. When you show up, you can show them on your phone the order number and tell them what the tool is and everything, and they still require a photo ID just to prove that you're you. It shouldn't matter who I am. I bought the damn tool.
You have to bend over
Yeah.
and let them give you a reach around and all that fucking shit, man.
But if your
Yeah.
tool gets stolen, you're going to be pretty pissed they didn't ask somebody for ID. But I also get that how the fuck is somebody going to know that you ordered that specific tool and it's waiting right there?
Right, but the problem I have with it is not necessarily the ID. It's the fact that I showed them the order number. I showed them the information on my phone. And for some reason, it takes them 40 minutes to an hour to figure out where it is. And it should be in the cage right behind them.
Yeah, well, that's just shitty customer service, which is prevalent everywhere nowadays. But what Client was talking about, I'm digging this, and I'm digging the warranty process stuff, because I don't think enough people talk about this, and I think that they purposely make it such a pain in the ass. That way you don't take the time to warranty your item.
Exactly.
I just went through a warranty process on a Porter cable nailer, a finish nailer, and I'm in contact with Win about one of their jib bolts on that Win planer that stripped out when I went to change the blades. And Porter cable, a breeze, dude. He asked me if I had a receipt. I said no. I said I could look up the date of the credit card transaction. And the dude's like, oh, no, it's no big deal. We'll send it out. Sent me a label and everything. The Win process, that I emailed him and I sent a picture, and I was basically saying, hey, this jib bolt's starting to strip out. You know, it's good enough for now, but can I get another one? It's less than a year old. And they sent me back the email I was kind of expecting. We need a date of purchase, a receipt, the serial number off the machine, and this and this and this, and like 6 different things. And I literally wrote him back an email and said, do you want my firstborn child too?
Yeah, a lot of Chinese companies are like that. They want an arm and a leg and everything else involved.
Yep, and I knew what they were doing, and I laid into them pretty good. And I pulled up my Amazon order that showed the date. I took a screenshot, and I sent a picture of the bolt that was starting to strip again. I said, look, this is what it is. This is all I can do. If that's not good enough, that's a damn shame. And I was taken back because they emailed me the same day and said, you know, hey, we were just trying to get the serial number for quality control purposes. I guess the guy kind of got pissed because he's like, I consider myself a professional and I do provide good customer service. I'm like, whoa, okay. But at the end of the day, a little backlash. I've got 6 new jib bolts coming to me, and they're throwing in a set of blades, which I never even asked for. So I kind of wonder if they just try to make it look intimidating until you push back a little bit.
They do. Because they figure 80% of the people go, it's a whatever price tool, I'll just buy a new one.
I had that same issue with a refrigerator I bought from Walmart made by Arctic King.
Yeah.
I contacted the company, and they wanted everything, serial number, everything you could think of. I gave it to them. They asked me if I had a receipt. I said, I don't have a receipt, but it was bought about 6-7 months ago. And I went back and I sent them the actual credit card transaction, and it still wasn't good enough. And I asked them, well, I don't even need a warranty. Is there a possibility that I can just buy the stupid pump? Oh, well, we don't sell parts for these items. What do you mean you don't sell parts? Send me to the tech department. I spoke to the tech department, and they flat out told me that they don't carry any major parts for the refrigerators. I'm like, well, what's the point of servicing it? Why would you tell me that I needed all this information to send it back to you if you were never going to service my item?
You know why.
They were going to send another fucking refrigerator of a different model.
Or just count on you not wanting to send all that information and just go buy a new one.
Right. But the problem is that the refrigerator I bought, Walmart doesn't sell anymore.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up having to drive like 200 miles out of my way just to find a refrigerator that was comparable, because it was a little bitty, 5 or 6 cubic inch fridge. It wasn't a big fridge. It was just my beer fridge. And I ended up finding, for another $110 more expensive, I found a 6 cubic inch refrigerator with a freezer. So they ended up losing my money in the long run anyways. And it's made by Whirlpool, so I got a better brand.
There you go. All right, fellas, I got to roll, man.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Later, Brad.
And Client, it was nice kind of meeting you, man.
Yeah, it's good meeting you too.
Well, hey, Brad, before you go, toolbox widget.
Oh. It's late. I'll put a community post about them. Toolbox widgets are pre-sale start tomorrow. If anybody's interested, I'm going to put a community post with a link to it.
All right.
They got new and improved ones. They got angled ones, and they got screwdriver holders now. I was looking at on their website.
I got a lot of shit, man. It looks awesome.
I think they just came out with socket holders too.
Maybe they're developing them, but they're not for sale yet.
Brad, my man, I appreciate you coming on. I really do.
Oh yeah, it was fun. This was my first live stream in 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, and you actually don't cut out. The last time you did a live stream, you cut out after like 20 seconds.
You see that right there? I brought my router into the garage.
He dragged that fucker in. Blood on his hands. I can verify that.
I had to pull a telephone socket out of the wall to adapt a Cat 5. Anyway, it was a mess. That's why we were late. But y'all have a good one, boys.
All right, later, Brad. I appreciate it, brother. All righty. I guess we should just wrap this up because it's fucking late. Antonio, what future videos do we got coming up for you?
I technically did some recording. I bought some other camera gimbals. I got one that's a gimbal specifically for my phone, and then I got one that's specifically for a GoPro. That aren't GoPro gimbals. They're not the Karma, so those will be coming out soon. And then I should be doing the driver view of the lights soon too.
All right. So you got a GoPro, driver view of the lights, which would be what, 12 episodes?
I'm not sure if I'm going to make that an actual part of the series or if I'm just going to add, it in. I'm not too sure yet.
Man, you did a lot of work on that. That was, I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but it is a lot of wiring and just, putting everything together, making it look nice.
I might do a video explaining how the wiring works and maybe show you guys how I hid the wiring, but there was no way for me to do the wiring video. I needed the truck the next day. I had to go to a doctor's appointment. I had no choice, and it was too hot, and I was awake for too long, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to quickly wireless and be done with it.
For that, we were both tired and cranky, so it wasn't helping.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, yeah, you knocked that out quickly. And
yeah, the wiring took me just to wire it to the my blinkers. I actually wired the halos to my blinkers so they flash when I turn. That took me alone probably about 4 or 5 hours because I wired it professionally.
Yeah, no doubt about that, man. And then the cord that you could not put back on for the demon lights, did you get that figured out, or?
I'm actually in contact with SRQ Fabrication, which is where I got the parts and everything from. And he told me it's more than likely the Bluetooth module, and he's probably going to have to send me a replacement Bluetooth module.
That's decent. That's not too bad.
And everything I bought from SRQ Fabrications has like a 4 or 5 year warranty.
That's decent, man. Can't complain about that.
I'm still debating if I'm going to do the adjustment video. I'm still debating it whether or not if anybody's going to want to watch that on how you adjust the halos or the main HID lights, so that way they're even on the road.
That'd be a good video because a lot of people nowadays don't know how to adjust headlights. So getting aftermarket parts or whatever, I think would be kind of informational.
I can try that. I would just need a flashlight because I have to do it in the dark.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And if any of the videos are super shaky, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my wife was holding the camera.
No, they're all solid, man. So far, everyone's I've watched.
It really depends on feedback people give me in the videos. If they say they want to see something specific, then I could do that. Like I got a request from Buzzsaw and a couple other people asking for night views of the lights. So that was why I ended up doing the steering wheel behind the wheel kind of view, because I got requests for it. And then I got requests for the halos at night. And that was why I did that. There should be one more video, and that should be tomorrow, which was like, I put the most editing in the very last video I made because it had a lot of, I put the intro and, me talking at the beginning, just explaining what was going on. And then I also, at the end, I put some finalized photos and some music and some other stuff.
Good deal. I want to have you on again. I think I have another one next week, but I would like one just you and I live stream if you're willing to do that.
If you want to just message me, I'd be fine with that.
Okay. Do you have your email on your
on my YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, my email's on my YouTube. You just got to go to the About section.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So you're the same as me. I know I got it through here, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it again. All right. Yeah, man. I'm actually fucking so happy that you came on and we got to shoot the shit.
I think I made Small Engine Nation mad because I left their actual live stream to come over here.
Who in Small Engine Nation was live streaming?
Twisted R Racing was live streaming, but he had Tractor Supply and Go Karts Gone Fishing and a bunch of other channels. BSS Small Engines was in there earlier. That's why he made the comment in the chat, "Hey, I thought you were tinkering," because I told them I was tinkering because I didn't want to be in there more.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't think anybody caught it but BSS Small Engines.
I just didn't say anything because the BSS was actually live stream hopping with me, so he had 3 tabs going on his computer.
He was also live streaming with Jay Young too at the same time.
I don't remember seeing him in there, but I was actually talking to Justin Dow, and I was in Jay Young's live stream, and Jay Young was messaging, and he's like, "God, where's Justin Dow at?" I'm like, "He's over in the maintenance man's
yeah."
And that's when I dropped in. I don't know if you, Neil, if you caught those, where I was like, your live stream's going to get a whole lot busier. Well, it's because I announced
Justin Dow.
Jay Young that Justin Dow was over here. So Jay Young
Yep.
jumped ship on his and then said, I'm going to go check out the maintenance man. If you guys want to, go check out the maintenance man. So he was checking out your page, and then everybody jumped over here. And then Justin Dow went live, and then people kind of stayed here or jumped over there. So I was double fisting on my live streams on my 2 devices.
God damn you.
So I had both of you going on. Well, I mean, you know, you were supposed to get together with Junk from work and Justin Dow, you know, a week ago, and, you know, things didn't work out technology wise. And so I figured, you know, what better to do than put both of you guys right together on my mobile phones, and I can watch both of you at the same time.
It worked out great tonight, though, right? We all got.
It was no offense to Twisted R Racing or his live. It's just the conversation's always the same, and it's kind of boring.
Do I have to not make this public then?
No, you should be fine. Because I spoke to Twisted R and I told him I'll come and go. You know, I'm not going to stay here very long. He's fine with it as long as he told me to do me and don't worry about going to his channel if it was an issue.
Well, we're gonna have to do one soon, Antonio. You know, just you and I.
It was good to see you, Chris.
Yeah, good seeing you as well.
And Antonio, I will catch you later, brother.
All right, later, man.
All right. Chris, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. So you asked Antonio what he's got going on. I was gonna ask you, what do you have going on for some of your next videos?
Just cheap drills and, you know, that usual slut stuff.
Fine, everybody loves to get drilled and screwed. What can you say?
I was actually so you're here. Let me see if I can end the live and then you'll still be here with me, I think.